At least we're starting it now, right? Damn.
Yeah.
So it's kind of interesting how we decided, oh, we're gonna start it 55 minutes earlier, and then we pushed it 55 minutes later. Damn. That's what happens when you eat just before you come here. Anyways, hello guys, this is the Hoopsters podcast, episode 7 on the 2023-24 season. We're gonna be talking about top 10 players right now. But before we do anything like that, let's start off with my co-host, Elrod.
Hey, what's happening, y'all? What's happening? Sorry for the late start, real talk.
And then the one, but not only. Oh, sorry, one and only undisputed champ.
Fresh out of Columbus, Georgia. How y'all doing?
Hey,
Yo,
Columbus.
Shout
what
out to
the hell?
E-Dub, East Winton, Rose Hill Seafood. Y'all know what it is.
Salute,
Then back to Jesus wings up in that B.
salute the goat, James. Let's go.
Hey, go James. What's happening, man?
Yeah, L me, man. L me.
Hell host.
Why you saying that, man? These folk mean, man.
Yeah, Sage is such a troll. Oh my gosh,
Always,
he's such a
always.
troll. But now that we've got everything ready and we're just starting through, let's start off. Who do we all have as like the number one on our list?
Jokic has been the number one. Out of the list that I saw, it was Jokic.
What about you?
What about Giannis? I mean, he's having a big year this year.
He
Oh.
started off slow.
I mean, it's a long
That's-
season. Sometimes you're
it-
going to
it
get off
is.
to slow starts because
It is.
you
It is.
just
but
got a new
I'm-
teammate with Dame, and he's not the defensive guy that you're used to with Drew Holiday. So yeah, I mean, he started off slow, but I mean, he's getting into the thick of it right about now.
If I'm just looking at him by himself, he started off slow.
Yeah,
He didn't look like the same player, the same defensive threat that we're normally seeing. He
Mhm.
didn't start off the way we were expecting him to start off for what he said at the end of the season last year. And that's what I was hoping for. And now he's getting back to that. So that's why he is a little bit down on my list. But he's moving forward.
I feel you on that. Like I said, I believe it's out of him and Jokic. I think it's like I said, I think he was adjusting to Dame Lillard and playing with him and making sure he wasn't overstepping boundaries when he was supposed to. You know how when you get a new teammate, you're trying to fill him out. And I think that's what he was doing at the beginning of the season. That's why he got off to that slow start.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I completely
But
agree.
I can't like give him over people who started off hot or started off super consistent because he was trying to figure things out.
Right.
I can't throw you up there, not yet. I know how good a player you are, one of the best in
Right.
the world. But for your play this year, has how it's been, you started off weak, but you started to come on strong going into the coming out of the in-game tournament or in-season tournament, and then working your way to the playoffs and All-Star. You're starting to go where you're supposed to be. That's why you're moving up my list from where I probably would have had you if you continued this foolishness.
That's fair. That's very, very fair.
But what's your opinion? So since I can tell you that you're Jokic. What about you on dispute champ? What you said? What about Giannis? I'm guessing you have him number one. So what's your opinion? Or why do you have him number one?
Oh, number one, he had that monster game, that 64-point game early this season. And number two, his team itself started off slow, but like I said, because of him, they're getting in the thick of it right now. And he's prime and scoring right now. He's getting better defensively as the season goes along, and his rebounding is getting better as well. So, I mean, I can't help but to put him at number one at this point. Plus, I believe that Jokic is missing Jamal Murray at this point as well. So, I mean, he's effective, but that team is not as effective as it would have been with Jamal Murray at the helm.
Okay, I think that's actually fair. But for me, I'll still have Jokic as number one because at the end of the day, just as you said, he doesn't have Jokic, so he doesn't have Jamal Murray, and that's actually my reasoning to be able to essentially stay afloat and still be quite consistent in winning. Let me check if I keep talking, but to be able to be somewhat consistent and still winning without your second best player, which if you've
Mm-hmm.
seen other seasons, that usually does hurt their offense and stops them from actually being quite doing quite well. Because do you know when Jamal Murray got injured?
I had to go back and look that up. Hold on.
I'm
Let
checking
me
right
check
now.
real quick.
He got injured game 8. So 8 to 18. In that stretch of 8 to 18. 1 second. Where is this? Jamal Murray. So 8 to 18. They went on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 10. Yeah, 6 and 4. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Even without Murray, they've been over a 500 ball club without Murray. So they've been consistent on winning against these teams.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the ability of Jokic on the offensive end still reigns supreme today, where he can essentially be the focal point as a playmaker, and also when it comes to scoring wise, he has no issues when it comes to scoring because every hook, floater, from that low range, he's hitting like 65% of the time. It's unsustainable for the defense to let him do that. So they have to guard up on him. And then his playmaking, we all know he's top tier playmaker, number two or number one, depending on who you think. But some people think that Luke is better. I don't really have an issue with that. So he really does both things so well that like you really have to guard up with him. And then he's also still making his team better as well. Giannis does the same thing, fair enough, but Jokic does it to a better degree, in my opinion.
Well,
And hmm?
I'm with you. I agree with you. I think the thing with Giannis right now is that they've put someone else in. I can't think of his name, but they took out I think it was Cunningham or something, or Cunnington, the
Cuddy,
white.
Cuddy.
Yeah, yeah. They took him out and they put a different white boy in there who actually can shoot, and that kind of have saved them a couple of games that they have somebody other than Dame or Malik Beasley shooting the ball, or even Middleton, who has come on a little bit as of late. So I think that helps out Giannis not have to be so much of a playmaker to make everybody better because everybody else is in a small little groove that they're running. Um, but I don't think he's a better playmaker than Jokic or even Embiid at this point because Embiid has actually improved his playmaking significantly. And I'm
Yeah.
shocked that you haven't opened your mouth, being that he said Giannis over Embiid. I'm shocked you hadn't opened your mouth yet. It is the wildest thing
Rodney,
ever.
hey, Rodney, don't worry, man, don't worry, man. I was waiting for a second.
It's the wildest thing ever. But as far as those out of the three of them, as a playmaker, Jokic is still number one. But right now, Embiid has shown me that he can make plays. He did exactly what we were hoping he would do from the offseason. That when you get hit with those double teams, can you find the open man? Can you make that play out of that double team? And he has really been doing that extremely well this season. He's been having some monster games, even though they've been on some putrid teams. The NBA, I'm not holding that against him.
Yeah, you gotta play who's in
But
front of you.
that's who's in front of you. I'm not mad at you for having these monster games. I'm not going to look down on it at all. They are monster games. Um, but his playmaking on top of that has actually gotten has replaced what Harden did. And to be honest, I think it's been better than when Harden was there.
Yes, I can agree with that. They've been a hell of a lot better since he left.
It's not necessarily Harden's fault though. The reason why is mainly due to the fact that we have such a significant what's I'm looking for. Essentially, the uh, the coach that we have now compared to before, there's a huge talent gap between them. Nick Nurse is one of the best defensive coaches that we've ever seen, while also being a really good and offensive coach as well, or bringing over a player for the offense. And you see that he's implemented ball movement. He's implemented Embiid to be a DHO hub where he can give and go with Tyrese Maxey or other guards. He also has Embiid can post up in a block and the center of the court so that it's harder to double team him. We also see that they're also like surrounding him with cutters and 3-point shooters so that even if he's like getting double teamed, it's easier for him to find those players. Like surrounding Embiid with why am I even talking about him? I'm waiting for I'm trying to finish this number one before I get to number two. The reason why I didn't say anything is because I was gonna start talking about it in number two. But is that everything you have for number? Do you have it? Is that everything for number one, guys?
Yeah, I think that was everybody's consistent number one was Jokic.
Yeah,
well, everybody but Justin.
Yeah, because Justin's weird.
who did Cavs choose?
Yeah.
No. I was gonna say guess. I was gonna say guess.
Did he choose Embiid?
No. I would be surprised if he ever even has Embiid in his top three.
He does, but it's funny. I was like, I don't think he's ever gonna have him in his top two at all.
The second that boy has him as top two, he knows I will flame him. He knows.
Man. So but, he's got him in he's got Giannis at one. Everybody that put a list in. Let's see. Matt's got Jokic as well. Also Darrell has it as well. He has Jokic.
Darrell is crazy. Need to leave him alone, bro.
Can't help it, man. It's so fun.
But moving on to number two. Number two, I'm gonna start off with number two. My number two is Joel Embiid. As we were just speaking about earlier, Joel Embiid has gotten better, taking another small incremental leap on the playmaking side, specifically passing. He's able to read more. When he gets the ball, he brings his head up and is actually surveying the floor. He's able to hit cutters more consistently. He's able to actually make out a double team now, even more consistently than he did last year. It's harder to just double team him, and it's harder to really affect his vision now. He is way more comfortable, and now being utilized as the DHO hub also helps him as well, because he's essentially, when you're a DHO hub, you're already creating an advantage because the defender's having to go over your body, and Joel Embiid is already a massive human, so that's already creating an advantage for the guard that's again the DHO. And then on the defensive end, I also think he's taken a small leap, just due to the fact that he's just putting way more effort into, not way more, but he's putting more effort into the defensive end, which means that there's less plays that he's taking off, which inclines that the defensive rate might be a bit better than last season. And also, to be honest with you, I just think all of those small incremental stuff that he's just gotten better at this season just makes him a much better player, because there's small increment. He's even a better rebounder this season. I forgot to say that. So he's like a better rebounder, been a better passer, which makes him a better playmaker, been a better defensive player. So he's pretty much gotten better in everything, in every aspect, except from like scoring. And even then, I think his scoring is probably on par with last season or a little bit better there. So he's just gone better in pretty much every aspect. So that's why I think he is. And I think he didn't have a slow start like Giannis did. He has been relatively consistent out of his top three. He's been the most consistent out of the three, in my opinion. Albeit the reason why is because he didn't have any of his significant players getting injured, like Jokic does, and he's not necessarily playing in a whole new player like Giannis is, but he still is having to understand how to play this different type of way. And I just want you guys to understand that within this season already, he's probably like a top 3 DHO hub. Like already, like already he's already like a top 3 DHO hub. Like it's Jokic, maybe Sengun, and then him. Like that's literally it. So with all of that already, like that's a lot, in my opinion, and that's my main reason why I just think that Embiid is number 2. But next, undisputed champ, what's yours?
Right behind Giannis, I'll go Jokic. That was because of the reasons that we stated earlier.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll put him right behind Giannis. So, and really, it's not him as number 2. You know, it's really Giannis 1 and then Jokic, in my opinion, 1A. But just for the sake of this argument, we'll put him at 2.
Can't believe you guys are doing Embiid dirty like that. But Rodney,
Why? How are we doing Embiid dirty like that?
you're telling me that Embiid is a whole lot
Okay.
of dip below
Let's put it like this. Let me say it like this. If Embiid loses Maxey, do you not see a dramatic drop off?
No, not really.
You don't think there's going to be a drop off? See, but we don't.
I think there's going to be a drop off.
I think it's going to be a huge drop off because you have to now figure out who is going to be that next guy to do it. Don't get me wrong, to do what Maxey is doing.
You mean the 2-man game?
The 2-man game, the cutting, the shooting. Like you don't have a lot of people on your team that does that. And if you depend on some of these bench players to come off and hopefully they can, you know, as a group, could equate what he's been doing. Maxey has been playing tremendously well.
I agree.
It's going to be a little bit different. Like I don't. That's why when we looked at Jokic and Jokic has gone through this little trial or tribulation that he's got going on with Jamal Murray being out of the lineup, which is something that he already understands how to do. To have my second man or or first man, however you want to look at it, out of the lineup, I know how to deal with that. Embiid ain't never had to deal with that. It's either him out of the lineup or everybody's still there.
What last season, Tyrese Maxey was getting injured. Same with Harden. He's dealt with injuries on his team before. What are you talking about?
The system that y'all are running is not the system you were running last year. You have different players on your team.
Okay.
You have to bring them in and you have to work with them. You don't know how they're going to play or how they're going to react. Last year is last year. You have to put it behind you.
Okay.
Harden ain't here. Done conversation.
All right. So you're telling me that Embiid that also does DHO with Anthony Melton, does it with Tobias Harris sometimes, does it with even Kelly Oubre. You're telling me that Embiid, who's been able to play those type of games with other players, is going to have a huge drop off when Tyrese Maxey is there. Is not there. I do understand Tyrese Maxey's ability to space the floor because he's one of the best elite. He's the most elite shooters in the league. I'm not going to deny that, and him being a really good attack out closer. I understand that, but I don't really. I think you're overstating how much impact Tyrese Maxey has on Embiid's scoring.
I'm overdoing. No, I'm not.
I think you are.
Okay. I'm not saying that he's not going to score. That's something that he just can do.
I'm not denying that either. I just think
as far as his whole gameplay, which is what we're talking about because we're talking about top 10 players, not just scorers. This is everything. It's not just how he shoots the ball. Great. I would put him 1 if we're just talking about shooting. Nah, technically I wouldn't even have him at 1. Sorry. Curry's still playing. Curry's still on the court. Sorry, can't put you there. D-Buck's still on the court. Can't do that. KD's still on the court.
All right, that was
shooter.
That was unnecessary, but Curry.
I'm just saying. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about players. We're talking about top 10 players. Their game, everything is incorporated. When you lose a key piece to your system, you have to figure out how to get it done. Without him, he hasn't had that problem yet. This is a major key piece. He has not had that problem this season. And playing the way that they're all playing, now we're not looking at, oh well, we have to triple team. We can triple team Giannis. We can triple team Embiid now because Maxi's not there cutting behind us.
You what?
We don't have to worry about Maxi because he's
Kelly
not on the
Oubre
court.
went down because of the injury, but he's back. He's
Kelly
not.
Oubre is not a huge piece to y'all. He's been playing extremely well, and if you want to consider him a piece to your success, cool. But it comes down to those two dudes, Embiid and Maxi. Everybody else is interchangeable. You understand what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying. I just disagree with you because I just think what the rest of the team can actually do when Embiid is on the court. I don't think the offense necessarily. I mean, it takes a dip because Tyrese Maxey be the elite shooter that he is, giving Embiid even more, giving Embiid even more spacing on that side of the court. And that 2-man game is elite. I'm not going to deny that. But I just think that the ability of Embiid to just straight up isolate and actually just be his defender or score in it by himself anyways, or he can run that 2-man game, albeit not with the same efficiency with Tyrese Maxey with other players. I don't think it's going to affect Embiid at nearly as much as you think you do. It's not going to affect Embiid as much as you think it is, but I do get why you have this issue. So I'm not really that pressed about it.
Okay.
What about you? You already spoke about it on Speed Chat.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, casual. Okay, thank you. Caleb Oubre, not a huge piece, is another thing I denied about it. I was like, what is he? Like, I don't agree with that. Caleb Oubre being a really good defensive piece for us, while also being a very good cutter, know when to cut and stuff like that, being a release valve when sometimes like the possession is going like left and you need someone to just take that shot. Kelly Oubre has shown that he doesn't really care. He will take those shots and he can make them. So that's another thing that Kelly Oubre brings. He brings like tough, gritty defense, which, you know, our defenders are usually like smart IQ players, but then we have players like Pat Bev and Kelly Oubre who are willing to get dirty. It was called down and dirty when it comes to defending players, which is really needed. So I actually think that he's really valuable for us. And I think like outside of the time he got injured, I think that he was like probably like a third or fourth best player on the team. And then he came back after the injury, and we had like, you know, Nick Batum and all these other players. Yo, the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mars here.
What's up, Mar? What's up, Mar?
Yo, what's good?
Nothing much, bro. We're talking about you know, we're starting off with the top 10 players this season. So before we go back to what we're talking about, give us your number one, explain it, and then give us your number two as well.
Yeah, I made my list. My number one is Nikola Jokic.
Mhm.
It's a power ranking, correct?
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah, I kind of made it a power ranking and tried to be general with it also, if you kind of know what I mean, a little bit of mix. But yeah, Nikola Jokic, he's been dominating. Like last year, he was my MVP, finished top 3 in the MVP race. I feel like he's still the same person, and if anything, he's scoring the ball more than he was last year. And the Denver Nuggets, they've been going through some injury bugs a little bit with Jamal Murray missing games, Aaron Gordon missing games, even Nikola Jokic himself, and they still been afloat. And a lot of that is predicated off Nikola Jokic.
Yo, Darrell, how you doing, man?
What's up? What's up?
Hey. But back to your saying, it's predicated all over Jokic, yeah, of course, because of his like just dominant scoring with his highlighted by his playmaking as well. So you can't really double him. And then he's also able to make his teams better because he could always hunt for that like good quality shot from the 3-point line. So
Yeah.
I do agree with you on that. What's your number two?
My number 2 is Luka Doncic.
Okay. All right. Why do you think it's even
Nice,
on here?
nice.
Bruh,
Okay.
bruh. Luca is an entire offense, like just himself. Yesterday, I was watching the game. He had 30 points at half. I'm like, holy, this man Luca is different. He's one of the best playmakers in the league. And the
Mhm.
Dallas Mavericks roster, I remember over the preseason, I kept saying this is a playoff team, a top 6 seed, and people were like saying no, the Dallas Mavericks will be the 11th seed. This roster is terrible. Um,
I'm, tr-
the
I'm trying to
the
see what happened
talent on
here.
the team isn't that good.
Mhm.
Kyrie Irving's even been out, and the Dallas Mavericks have been a top 6 team in the NBA in the Western Conference.
I
Where is-
agree. I thought the team was actually pretty interesting. With some of their additions, the Lively was actually one of the most intriguing pieces that I saw from him, and I wanted to see what they were going to do with it. They didn't start off with him, but now they got him in, and I think it's working pretty well for him, helping out Luca on the defensive end, and
Yeah.
hey, he's getting some good cut, some good putback baskets and stuff like that. So he's not useless as Woods was for them.
Oh yeah, because Luca is someone you build around how you built around the younger LeBron. You don't need another star, man. I'm in the playoffs. Having Kyrie as a secondary ball handler is amazing because teams are going to scheme around Luka Doncic more. So in the regular season, I'm not that worried about Kyrie. He's mainly a playoff type of guy to raise the ceiling of the team. But if you just give him people that could space the floor and play defense, you don't need anything else. Luca is a guy. Fit matters more than talent with Luca because he's the talent. That's just how I look at it. And he's playing like you too.
All right,
What
Daryl.
number y'all up?
We,
What
we,
number
we just
y'all at?
we're at two right now. We're at two. We move.
Okay,
You good?
okay.
Daryl, what you got? 1 and 2.
All right, let me pull up my list real quick. 1 and 2. One, I had Nikola Jokic. Um, I had him at number one because he's right now this season he's been looking unstoppable, like he hasn't lost a beat, especially since from last year after them win the finals. I believe people thought, I'm going to say casual fans thought that Jokic wasn't going to have the same season or play better this upcoming year. But we've seen so far this season that whether doesn't matter what other four guys are on the court with him, he makes them better, and as well as himself. And that's what you always need on a team from a superstar. And just to me, too, like he just hasn't lost a step from last year, and he's playing as if the Nuggets could go back to back. Number two, I got last year's MVP Joel Embiid. Embiid has actually been balling out, and I know people thought that it wasn't going to come this year because they thought, it was a fluke for what happened last year, and they thought he just wanted to become MVP just, so everyone could quit saying that Embiid is like crying about not being the MVP. But to me, I feel like he last year he did deserve it, and this year he's shown again that he could very well be MVP 2 years in a row, especially with James Harden no longer there. I think people thought he wasn't going to do shit and that team was going to suck, but he's actually, with him and Maxi, they have made that team look really good. So that's what I got 1 and 2.
You see, well, I got a question.
Okay. Yeah,
This
yeah.
is kind of like the MVP power ranking to y'all, somewhat, or am I?
Yeah.
No.
To me, it's
This is
kind of the
no.
same.
Yeah, I
But
feel like it's kind of like an MVP power ranking.
because
All right.
at the end of the day, all these players are essentially going to be in the MVP race. And there's gonna be some that like we say, okay, they're gonna be in the top five that won't have any real talks of MVP. Like for me, like Steph, I don't think Steph is gonna really have any push for MVP just because of how bad his team is. You get what I'm saying? or
Yeah.
like maybe not Luca won't be in like in the top 3 because I don't think his team is gonna reach the top 3 seed. And I think even though him as a player is really good, I think everyone else that's around him, Jokic, Embiid, Giannis, are gonna have a superior seed along with their play being at least at a similar level as him. So they're just gonna be picked over him. So I don't think that like certain players are going to be on this list where like they're the top 10 players in the league, but they might not be in the MVP discussion. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Exactly. So now that we're back to we've kind of caught up with everybody else. We're speaking about Embiid being not my number 2. And me and Rodney was going back and forth about how Tyrese Maxey had the luck to not really have any injuries when it comes to Tyrese Maxey, because losing Tyrese Maxey would affect the way the offense is run. And I agree. That is true. I just think that the amount of what's what I'm looking for? The amount of importance that you give Tyrese Maxey to this offense is a bit too much, because I think Embiid without Tyrese Maxey can do similar stuff, not at the same efficiency, but I think that the offense wouldn't be as stagnant as you really think it is, because Tyrese Maxey doesn't necessarily have the shot creation. So it's not like he's providing something that everyone else cannot provide, outside of like being just the best shooter on this team. That's pretty much it. While we do still have spacing if we don't have him, if you get what I'm saying. So that's the reason why I think at the end of the day, yes, Tyrese Maxey would cause an issue if we don't have him, but I think that the offense will still run, just not at the same height as it is when he's there.
How you feeling, Mo?
Yeah, what's good, Mo?
We at number 3.
No, about what he just said.
Tyrese Maxey, yeah, he's cool. To be honest, I wasn't really listening. I was double checking my list. You feel me? But,
I don't want to feel bad, but I feel so bad. My bad. All right. Let's pump up. Let's go up to 3. Let's go up to 3. Who's got? We got. Go ahead. Zeno, you was last up. Who's your number 3?
No, I said I spoke first for number 3, so we can just go off with one of Daryl or Mara. Daryl, what's your number 3, bro?
Number 3, I got Luka Doncic. I got Luka Doncic. That's who I got at 3. Right now, what he's doing in Dallas, I think when we all were talking about Dallas in the offseason, we said Dallas wasn't going to do anything. And what Luka Doncic, even by himself, has been able to do for that team has been outstanding, especially that game. He had that triple-double in the first half. Like, that's something you don't really hear that often about anymore. And for him to pull that off,
for Luka Doncic, but Embiid does it to the Lakers, and no one's talking about it. That's insane.
Oh, here we go. Already.
My God.
Anyway, you know what? Before we move on,
30 point triple double.
Before we move on,
Embiid dropped a 30-point triple double on the Lakers, and no one says anything. That's crazy.
But Luka did in the first half.
All right, bro.
I mean, that's why it was impressive, because it was literally the first half of the game, not the entire.
Like, the game wasn't even over with, and he did this in the first half. Besides, Zeno, you can't talk because I definitely did give y'all props for beating us.
I'm talking about right now, though. I know. I know you did. I made sure you did. Don't worry about that one. we both know that I was on your head if you would have said
we both did. But yeah, what Luka's been doing for that team has been phenomenal, and Dallas does look like a really good team. So I'm impressed with Luka's impact for that team, especially with Kyrie being in and out. Who's next?
Okay. Let's go, Mar.
Yep.
Giannis is next. Giannis, even despite how bad of a coach he has, Adrian Griffin, one of the worst coaches in the NBA, as we talk today, him and the Bucks have still been keeping it afloat. The Bucks.
Okay.
I
like it.
It's an understatement, man. They've been good.
Yeah. I hate how Adrian Griffin is working with that team, but Giannis is still being amazing. Ain't no way he could. He's just one of those players that could overcome bad coaching. It's just what it is.
Yeah. Real quick, let's welcome in our main host here, Mr. Casual himself. What's happening, Casual? What's happening, my boy?
I just y'all are nasty. And some of y'all just
Here we go.
You want to speak nasty? All right, cool. We're
some,
gonna speak nasty.
some,
Before you go,
some of
no,
y'all
no,
are
no,
just
no, no, no.
some of y'all are just chatting because you don't know ball.
We gonna speak nasty. Nah, nah,
Okay,
nah, nah,
so
nah,
a
nah,
few,
nah. We gonna
so a
hit
few,
you up.
a
A
few
typical
things,
crybaby like Giannis.
Nah,
a
nah, nah, nah,
few
nah, nah, nah. We gonna hit
things,
that man up. We gonna hit that man
a
up.
few
Mr.
things. So a
What?
Justin
few
has
things.
number one.
What does he
Number
mean
one on
by
his
that?
list is Giannis, even though he's had a bad start to the season.
But
Are we
he
Giannis
had a
is
moving
my
on?
bad
number
start to the
one.
season. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Time out. While
Are we
he's sitting
moving
over
on
here
from him
talking about
saying I'm gonna
the
hit you up?
while he's sitting over here talking about the bad 4 games that Giannis had to start off the season,
So we moving
you
on.
do realize he picked it back up, and now he's back to like far above the average rim finishing percentages. I think that's what it's called, right? At the rim percentage.
He
Yeah,
don't even
that's
know
like
what
why I
it's
picked
called.
him as my
He's
number one. That's another
Yes,
reason why.
he's significantly above that. Not to mention that don't move you because he has Dame on his side now. Okay, fine. How about the fact that he has so much more of a responsibility on the defensive end, having Dame on and Malik Beasley in the backcourt, and he's doing it rather so consistently that they somehow have not gotten to the bottom of the defensive rating, not because of Brook Lopez's rim protection, even though it's been great, but because of Giannis's versatility and being able to cover
It's both
so
of
much
them.
ground. Huh?
It's Brook and Giannis. It's
No,
Brook
no,
and
no, no,
Giannis.
no, no, no. I'm not saying that it's not like Brook Lopez does nothing. I'm saying it's more Giannis than it's Brook because Giannis is having to go out there on the perimeter. Brook Lopez is not going out there on the perimeter.
I think it's more Brook because painting defensive. All right, guarding the paint is more important, and Brook does that at an
But if
elite
Brook
level.
is
I
doing
believe
that,
he's
but if
leading the
Giannis is
league
doing that as
in
well.
shot blocks. Yeah, Giannis is doing it too, though. They're
That's
like
what I'm saying. That's why I'm
Batman and
saying
Robin.
it's more
They're
Giannis
Batman
than
and
it's
Robin
Brook
on
because
defense.
that's why I'm saying it's more Giannis than it's Brook because they're both doing their job on the rim protection side. But Giannis
Yeah, they
is
are.
now because he has,
I say yeah, they are. I
yeah,
agree
but
with
now,
that.
but now having Dame instead of Drew, Malik Beasley on the crew, and he's gone after like that week of him playing like solid defense. He's gone back to who we know him to be, which is a negative defensively. Giannis is still having them. If I'm correct, I want to say they haven't gotten to the bottom. They haven't gotten to the bottom 10 in large part due to Giannis's defensive excellence this season. And then I heard some BS about like they're like 19th, but like literally it's like 2 points away from like who's 11th because me and Sage was talking about it last night. They're two away from the 11th spot, like defensive rating wise.
The defensive rating, they're currently tied for number 3 with the 76ers. It
I see
goes
19th.
Celtics. It goes Celtics, Timberwolves, Bucks, 76ers. I'm on the NBA website, advanced stats, defensive rating.
I wonder what's
Yeah.
the difference between them and Basketball Reference because it says they're 19th right now, and StatMuse says it as well. So I don't know. Regardless, they're much better of a defensive unit than we expected, and large part of that is due to Giannis picking up more of the slack than he ever has before. And that should be commended for him. That should not be something that is just like looked over. On top of that, I heard some BS about how Joel Embiid is a better playmaker than Giannis right now.
That was not me.
And that is not true. That is not true. Yeah, I know who it was. I know who it was. That was nasty.
It was me. It wasn't nasty.
Yeah, and that's wrong. Just because Joel Embiid is averaging more assists does not mean he's thus a better playmaker.
No one said anything about that.
All that's happened with Joel Embiid's playmaking on the playmaking end is Nick Nurse essentially simplified the offense for Joel Embiid to be able to make easier reads. That's all that happened. He simplified the offense. Well, DHOs is sort of a side of it's a sort of a simplified. Like you simplify the offense by allowing him to do more dribble handoffs. He essentially has the offense right there in his face, rather than him having to make quick reactive reads on a consistent basis. I'll say the consistent basis. And so like when you comparing him to Giannis, that's that's apples to oranges. They're not doing the same thing. So no, Giannis is still one of the league's best playmakers, and Joel Embiid is like, in my opinion, the more I'm watching it, it's not really that he's gotten that much better. He's gotten better, but it's not that he's gotten that much better. It's that the offense is just more beneficial to what he's good at rather than what he's not good at. The offense that he was dealing with before were not like beneficial to his playmaking, to what he is good at on the playmaking end. Now it is. So that's all that's happening. So that's another one. And then y'all were sitting here crashing me about Giannis being number one. Do y'all understand that, truth be told, Giannis, Embiid, and Jokic, especially Jokic, with how he's dropped off? Because I heard you guys talking about his offense and how he gets it passed because Jamal Murray's not on the floor. But we do realize he come back down to earth efficiency-wise, period. Like, that's just that was happening even when Jamal Murray was in the lineup. And then defensively, and then defensively, he's regressed back to his bad defensive ways. So if anything, it's more of an argument now than it ever has been, like, within the last 2 seasons.
If anything, it should be Embiid number one. I already have his number two just because of the respect of what
you want to know what's funny? You want to know what's funny? I'm not mad if Joel Embiid if you have Joel Embiid number one.
Neither.
I'm not mad at it. I have Giannis number one.
Wait,
I don't think people should. I don't think that should be crazy for anybody to really say. And if you still have Jokic one because you're waiting for the team to get healthy and him to pick it back up, that's fine as well. Like, really, all three of those players should be 1, 2, and 3 in any order. That should be the three. There should be nobody else. I heard Luka be put in like second. That is a hot take.
Where did you think the Mavericks were going to land in the preseason?
I thought they were going to beat the Lakers in the playoffs. So you can't use that on me.
Okay. But we could come to a common agreement that the Mavericks roster was looked upon as not even a playing team by some people. I'm not saying by majority of people, but by some people.
No,
you're right. By majority people,
yeah, by majority people, the Dallas Mavericks will look to be a bad defense and an excellent offense, which is going to make them like a mid-tier team. So you're absolutely right. You're by majority.
Kyrie's gone. They're the third seed.
Yeah. No. I'm with you. But even with that being said, that's for the Western Conference. But there's still two dominant figures over there in the Eastern Conference in Giannis and Embiid that are just as impactful on the on either the offense or defensive end as Luka is on the offensive end.
Okay.
Right. And then on top of that, like, Luka's not the only one that's given a short hand. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's given an excellent offense, and it's just because of whatever reason, Derek Lively over outplaying his rookie minutes.
Yeah, to be fair, we've been thinking that he was going to be good.
Derek Lively is not playing like a rookie right now.
We thought he was going to be a project.
Williams is like Grant Williams is superseding all of those notions that everybody was putting on him from when he was playing with the Celtics. Like, all of these players just like playing out of their mind.
Yeah.
Like, the same can be said. Like, the situation he's in, the same can be said for the Bucks. Malik Beasley he's gone back to his regular shooting splits, three point
Yeah,
shooting.
he's like 45 from the three. Crazy.
Yeah,
that's not regular.
Bobby Portis is shooting efficient from the 3-point line. Brook Lopez has gone back to his 3-point shooting ways. Like, the list goes on the 76ers. Who knew Tyrese Maxey was going to be this elite of a 3-point shooter, given even with a higher volume? Like, you would have thought there would have been some dip. He's increased.
Yeah.
In some manners, right?
No, not only that, also add on to the fact that Kelly Oubre has been so valuable.
Kelly Oubre, before he got hurt, was playing out of his mind.
Nick Batum has been very been very helpful.
It's that trade, yeah.
Robert Covington
Anthony Melton has been a key rotational piece. Like, everybody has been given like a questionable thing going into the season that they managed to like. Yeah, they managed to answer. So the same thing you could say for Luka, that's the same thing you could say for Giannis, the same thing you could say for Embiid, and they're much better defenders. And offensively, the gap really isn't that wide for everybody except for Giannis.
Yeah, but it's just the players you named as your examples. That's exactly my reason for Luka is you named a bunch of play finishers. Luka has play finishers. He makes the plays. You're shocked about how good Derek Lively has been. I'm not. It's because he has one of the best passers of all time on his team. He's throwing him easy lobs. He's getting easy looks. Same with Grant Williams. You're shocked that he's been scoring well. I mean, he's not doing anything special. It's catch and shoots. I mean, you know where he's getting it from. It's from Luka
You say
Doncic.
he's not doing anything special. He wasn't doing that in Boston.
Yeah, because he didn't have a playmaker like that to generate.
I agree.
I
But
think
it's not like that. Like you make it seem like that's all he's doing.
Wait.
No, like
I want
He-
to say one thing though. Yes, he's been efficient from the 3-point line. Grant Williams, firstly, he's come back down to earth. He's about 40% on 6 attempts. So
that's
yes,
still well above
that's still great. It's the reason why we didn't realize he's gonna be this good is due to the fact that he's had an up in a crease of a 3-point shots. He went from 3.7 last season to 5.6, and the efficiency hasn't changed. Yes, we both know that that's because of Luka Doncic being one of the best playmakers in the league. So you can just always hunt for those good shots for him. But I just think that yes, he has a lot of play finishers around him. I think Jokic is, he could be a play finisher, but he also is the engine of his team. Is that wrong to say?
Yeah, no, he's the engine for sure.
Yeah, and do you think that Giannis can also play that kind of style? Of course, he's with
yes, Giannis could.
Exactly. So I think exactly. So I think that yes, you can say that they're surrounded with a lot of play finishers, and Embiid is also getting to that style where he's starting to become more of like an engine for the team rather than like the head of the offense. But yes, it was called. Yes, he's able to become. He is the focal point of the offense around him because he's just given so many play finishers, whether it's Derek Lively, Grant Williams. I understand that, but I just think that every other team has those type of similar things. Giannis having a lot of play finishers around him outside of Dame. Jokic having a lot of play finishers around him outside of
Dame is not a play finisher. He is a playmaker.
That's what I said.
Yeah, Dame is a
outside of Dame, I said.
No, outside of Dame, I want to say Cam Payne is like he's an interesting one. So I've seen him a couple times, like in that Indiana game. I saw like a few instances where he was like being a solid playmaker, but then there's others where he essentially just like he's a corner shooter. Like that's it. Like he's just sitting there waiting for a play to be made for him. So that I think that lends more to my argument for Giannis being number one. The offense just does not look like it has like a consistent route that it's taking, right? Like it's sort of just like a reactionary offense. Like we'll take it game by game. Whoever's hot is getting the shots up. And when it's like that, I'd argue that you never know exactly who's going, like you never know how consistent the offense is going to be. So the fact that Giannis, who we all understand between these four players, is the lesser offensive player. The fact that he is so efficient and he's starting to play more within himself. He's not taking 3-point shots. If y'all have noticed, since the first month, he stopped taking he stopped taking threes. He started barreling to the rim. Like y'all like to call him run and dunk man? Yeah, run and dunk man. He's seriously on them allegations now. And so and it's working because ever since the first month of the season, he skyrocketed to 61% from the field, taking only barely 2 threes a game. And then this month so far, he's shooting 70% from the field, only taking 1 3 a game. So like he is madly efficient while also still being the lead playmaker at times when Dame is off the floor, while also being, I'd say, even though Joel Embiid has become a better rebounder this season, he still ain't Giannis. Giannis is incredible on the rebounding. I think the only player between Jokic, Embiid, and Giannis that is a better rebounder than Giannis is Jokic. That's the only argument I'm willing. Huh?
Sabonis, Gobert.
No. I'm saying between the top three.
Okay.
Yeah, between the top three. So that's my reasoning for why
respect Embiid's rebounding.
I'm not mad.
Okay.
Huh?
Respect Embiid's rebounding this season.
No. I said he's gotten better as a rebounder, but he still is not Giannis. Like Giannis
Fair
is
enough.
still.
I'm just trying to give any type of way to get.
No. It's cool, it's cool.
You know how he trying
I
to
said,
push
I say all
Embiid.
of this. I say all of this.
Yeah,
to
he
say,
glazes Embiid. That's all he
All
does.
right. We stumped your team out. We stumped your team out by 40. All right.
Good God, why?
No, but I'm saying all this to say. Which, by the way, shout out Rod. W Lob. He lobbed me up as soon as I came into the
L
chat.
Rod, bro.
Oh, all day.
W
Like
Lob,
it's
don't
the-
do that.
Always got to
the-
put you in there.
But
Got to put you in the heat.
Let's look to the chat. We have a few.
hold on.
chats.
Hold on. Shout out PSP. I got something I need to say on the channel in a little bit, but his chat says like and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you do that. We got 2 viewers. We only have 1 like. We need 1 more like.
Please
Let's get it.
like us. We need
We
we
need
need
1
people
more
to
like,
us.
man. Come on, bro.
Come on.
It
Give
helps
us
the
one.
algorithm just a little
All
bit.
good.
Big
Even
Chimp
if you
gonna
don't
need
like
a
us,
bottle
we need
after
1
today's
like.
loss.
He's talking about football.
OG, yeah, OG don't.
Yeah,
OG
my
don't
matter of
have-
fact, like I said on that video, Desmond Ritter, he couldn't pass gas if you fed him beans all night.
Killing
he
us, man.
says right now Embiid for MVP.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
Luca exists. Lucas exists. Luka.
He's gonna tell him. He's gonna tell him. I'm going hard to them. And being for
Man, look, if they stay, hold on, we'll get to that. He's been
Yeah.
dominant. Nick Nurse has done a great job with him.
Yeah.
W Nick Nurse, by the way. Shout out Nick Nurse.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
And but
We
what I
finally
will
have a
say
good
is for real. What I will say is Luka should win MVP if they remain the top 3 seed. He's MVP. There should be no discussion because nobody thought at one moment that they were going to be this high of a seed, let alone being this efficient of a team, being as good as they are on the defensive end, while really, to tell you the truth, the offense being this damn good. Like I think they're 6th in offensive rating, and that's in large part due to Luka's creation for himself, for his team. Plus, he's shooting 40% from the 3-point line. A lot of the problems a lot of the things that's held him back offensively is he's chucking up threes and they're not going in. So the defense is actually like lackadaisical because they know like he's going to put up the threes, but he's not going to make it at that high of a rate. He's making them hoes at that high of a rate. So I don't know what to tell you guys. Luka is MVP right now, man. He said, I have no problem with Luka, but we can't ignore Embiid. Oh, no, for sure. I'm seeing better playmaking from him. Agreed. I'll real quick so that we can get right back on track. I'll just give what are we on the 4th?
We're on 3.
We're on 3?
Yeah,
We were doing
four.
3. We were doing 3.
So I say my 3 and then we go to the 4th?
Yeah.
Okay, so 1 is Giannis, 2nd is Jokic, 3rd is Embiid. All of them are interchangeable. All of them are interchangeable, so I'm not mad on who you have in that order. As long as those 3 are in your order. And Mari, you're starting to sway me. Luka can be somewhere in there, but as long as like the
He's
argument
third.
is, like,
I think he's 3rd. Highest he can be 3rd, in my opinion.
Well, if his argument is consistent, because it sounds like he's real high on the offensive load that Luka has. As long as you're consistent throughout your top 10, I'm not sure.
It looks pretty consistent with the offensive.
But I'm interested to see what Curry and SGA is for you. Then, if that's the case.
Since you bring it up, my number 4 is SGA. Fuck what you talking about?
Damn, bro.
What?
I wanted to cause heat today for no reason, just because I can.
God. Bro, Zeno.
Just because I can.
Petty. Just because.
Zeno. Oh my god. Hold on. Give me 1 second.
You gotta get in the right
What
spot.
is going on?
I just like messing with that. I love STA, dog.
Hold on. No.
Nasty.
You don't get to do it, Zeno.
Cool.
Look.
I gotta move it all the way over. Move it up one more.
Does he know
He doesn't know, man.
God, bro.
It's sad to see. He just doesn't
Explain, Rod. Explain.
Dog, he's just so. Nobody is stopping him right now. Whatever he wants to really do, he can just do other than shoot threes. He's just not a 3-point shooter. But he can get to the hole at any time he wants to. Unfortunately, he's not the best at not officiating, but passing or assists or anything like that. But I think that comes with the fact that his team is just they're hesitant and they're not shooting well. All of them at the same time. You get one or two that's gonna probably hit. Lou Dort, Chet hasn't came on from outside, but we think he can because he has been shooting every so often. But I think they just need to find a right rhythm as a team behind Shea. We know everything's going through Shea, but it's just not clicking all together like Indiana's clicking right now, or like Dallas. It's just not clicking yet, and that still takes time. Shea just got Shea's here. You got Chet coming on his first season on, so he's still quote unquote a rookie. I don't really agree with it, but that's how that is. But I think he's been unstoppable himself, and show me where somebody has stopped him from scoring.
That's not the problem I'm having.
What's your problem?
Hold on, real quick. Sports PSP says, listen to what Casual been saying about the Rockets since Sengun. I've been trying to say that. Love his game, better defender than people give him credit and confident. Well, no. I think who he mainly needs to say that to. You need to say that to Greenleaf and the guys over there at FYF.
I like Sengun. Sengun's nice.
Yeah.
We don't talk bad about Sengun here. We talk bad about Kyle Lowry.
And Jalen Green. They do not respect Jalen Green.
Yeah, they don't respect Jalen Green. They don't respect Jalen Green. They're starting to not respect Amin, which is crazy to me because he's a fucking rookie. Like, grow up.
Like he just got here. Come on, man, give him some type of time.
Yeah,
right. I've been hurt for like 10 games too.
Something A-star.
Yeah, it's only been like 25 games. Like, how we doing this? Like,
is Scooter bust at that point? Shit.
Right?
Apparently, Scooter's bust, man.
And apparently, because I don't know if y'all peeped our Instagram. Make sure to follow us on Instagram. Apparently, Gilbert Arenas says if you only average 10 points, if you're only averaging 10 points,
see, somebody already caught him. No, somebody already caught him for that foolishness. He need to not say that.
Which by that logic, that includes him. That means Golden State, Washington should have just gave up on him because he was only averaging 10 points at 2021.
That was his rookie year. He was on Big Ten, I think.
I don't know. OG, what you think?
You on mute, OG. You on mute.
Hey, I gotta head off at this point. I apologize, guys. But hey,
do your thing.
I'm taking your side, Casual, on this one.
Hey, can you send us your the rest of your top 10?
Right now?
Yeah, DM it to me.
Just DM to him.
All right, then I will.
Yeah.
All right, then I get. I
see you on Friday.
See you Friday.
Mark, you're nasty.
Why is everybody just saluting right now? Good Lord. Everybody is saluting.
No, that's not the problem I had with what you said was I think you said Chet or you said Shea. If you said Chet and you said he was struggling from the 3-point line, that's not true. He's shooting 36% from the 3-point line.
He said Shea isn't shooting that well.
Yeah, okay. And if he said Shea, I still disagree because it's not a secret. He's not a good 3-point shooter, and so we expecting that to come up. That just is not happening. His 3-point shot he's not a good 3-point shooter.
No, it's not.
He's not.
Last 5 games he hit 1.
Last 5 games is crazy.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, last 5 games is crazy.
You know, one you can hit one a game, maybe.
He's 1 for 11. Respect him.
Yeah.
All right, come on now.
I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, no, Shea being fourth is crazy. That's absolutely absurd. Who do you have? Hold on, talk about what is your list again?
You have my list. What do you mean? We're not
Jokic,
going.
You
We're
got
going through each one. Let's go.
you got all of our
Embiid,
lists.
Jokic, Embiid, Luca. As nigga, you're nasty. Rod, you're
No,
nasty.
no. Because I'm gonna
Giannis
hold
has
him
it.
to the same standard that if anybody
You're
else came out the same
nasty,
way,
bro.
the
Oh
same
my
fucking way.
god,
You're
bro.
He said.
mad about it, and
Niggas
I
is
like that you're mad at it.
petty.
He
I'm
said. He
not
said.
petty.
Mark,
No no
Mark,
no no no
Mark,
no no no
listen.
no 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 no. Zeno, did I not
Yeah.
say the reason why I didn't have Giannis up there at the beginning?
Yeah. He said that he started off slow, which
I penalized him
It
for
was
starting
4
slow.
I mean,
games.
4 games being the reason is crazy, but hey,
That's
at least he's keeping it
crazy,
consistent.
bro.
At least he's keeping it
What was it?
consistent.
Man,
Yes,
bro,
Giannis fifth.
niggas
Damn.
is tripping, bro.
He's just mad. He's mad, and that's fine. I like when you're upset. It's fine.
Oh my
That
god.
that is a
You give
weird kink.
more. You
That
give
is a
more.
weird that is a weird kink that you need to sort out. That is crazy.
Why are you going that way? Oh my god.
Zeno. That just means he's toxic. He's toxic.
Yeah, he's toxic. He's toxic. He's toxic. He's toxic. I
I,
like
I
to
give
see
it a
you mad.
flair.
It's crazy.
I can't. I can't.
I don't know.
We can't have everybody agreeing. It's
I
unnecessary.
don't know. To be honest with you, I don't know what Giannis has to do at this point, bro. I don't know. But
But what did I say? Gino, didn't
Giannis
I say? But he is now moving forward because he picked up his game. Did I not say that?
is essentially what he needs to do. Just keep doing this consistently throughout the whole season. He's going to
he's
move
been
up.
doing it since after 4 games. He's been doing it. Like I don't.
Yeah, but everyone else around him has been consistent. So it's like,
Okay.
he's
But
still in
even when he
listen,
was bad,
listen. And he's in the top 5 with all the other players outside of SGA. SGA is being in this
SG
conversation.
is not even
Liz,
fourth. Not fourth. He's not fifth.
I know, SGA in his list is 4th, and I'm saying even though SGA, and I was gonna say SGA is a major Arlington, Texas. I don't know where the hell he's in this conversation, but like everyone else on that list are very consistent themselves.
No,
So
okay. If he's
that's
going based
why.
off of consistency, if he's going based off of consistency, where is Tatum?
Tatum is right in front of Giannis. What are you talking about?
No. Tatum has been just as consistent, putting up the same amount of numbers that SGA is putting up.
Yeah, but I know 50-50, just like everybody else know 50-50. Fuck out of here.
So you
I don't
see,
believe in Tatum like that. I don't, and I will not
Well,
believe in Tatum like that.
What about Bron?
About
Bron's
Bron,
consistent.
he's good. He's been playing extremely well, and he's
AD
old
better.
as shit.
AD better?
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you.
I
I don't know what to tell you, buddy. I don't know what to tell you, buddy. Okay. All right. We are moving on. We are moving on to Zeno. Who is your fourth?
I actually don't remember off my head. I actually need to check. Oh,
It's
it's Luca.
bro. You know who it is.
It's Luca.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we've already spoke about what Luca's been doing. Luca, this season has elevated his 3-point shooting. His mechanics when it comes to the 3-point shot is just looks way more fluid now. So he's actually been a better catch and shoot 3-point shooter. He's even just been better off the dribble. Everything else we know about Luca, being getting into the post, being one of the best guard finishers in the league, being a super lethal playmaker, being lethal in any one-on-one coverages, in pick and rolls. He pretty much can do anything on the court at an elite level on offensive end. Outside of like rebounding, really. And Sim.
You sure?
I mean, when I say
that has a triple-double rebound, I don't know.
I mean, when I said that,
I'll say, but defense. But defense.
I said on the
He
offensive
got
end.
music on.
I said on the offensive end. As offensive end. And when I was talking about that, when I said that rebounding, I'm thinking as a general rebounder, like even for like a big or for like a powerful, like a wing. Do you think he's that great of a rebounder? If he is,
I mean, he ain't down there that often.
Okay,
He's not
if he
down
is,
there like
if he
that.
is, fair enough. Because I was gonna say he's a good rebounder. So you saying he's elite, fair enough.
Yeah.
But the other thing is, as you guys have been talking about it, he's improved on the defensive end. He is improved like dramatically. He's way more willing to rotate. He's way more willing to slide his feet against defenders. He's way more willing to try and fight over screens and everything right like that. So he's not giving up as much advantages for the other team when teams try to isolate him or put him in coverages, which is helping his team on the defensive end. That's a lot. So he's cutting out his weaknesses while adding on to his strengths. Of course, he's just going to be in these kind of conversations. The only reason why I don't think he's in the top 3 is just I just simply think that the other 3 are just better than him. That's just straight up that. I think he would be. I think that Luka is the leader of the tier 2. If we were to say like the top 10 have like their own tiers, I think the top 3 are in their own tier, and Luka's in the leader of the tier 2.
I think he's closer than you give him credit for. But
I know, but I'm saying like if the top 3 have their own tier, and if you were to say someone who's super close,
I think he's in that tier. I think
I
think the way he's playing right now with Giannis, along with Giannis and beating Jokic, I think that those 4 should be in anybody's 4. Now, where you have them is completely up to you, but those 4, he belongs in that tier that has a sizable gap on everybody else. Shout out Luka.
Yeah, shout out Luka, bro.
Hey, Daryl.
Yeah.
Here, I want you to tell me who your 4th is and why the hell Luka is ahead of him.
Wait. You're so petty.
No, hey, no, I don't believe it. Let me see.
You're so petty, I swear to God.
Where is it?
He was so mad at me. He was so mad. I knew he was gonna get mad.
Every time somebody don't have that man that high, it's him. He's immediately, wow, he's the best in the world. Don't nobody do this.
Hey, Mars and guys in the chat to understand why we're laughing. For number 3, Luka. It was called Luka is Daryl's pick, and number 4 is Giannis.
Look at his face.
I got Luka
He tried to hide it with the hat, but he can't.
Hey.
Yeah, but you have him in top 3, so he's fine. He hates it, but he's fine. He has him 4. He don't like that.
Oh God! Anything under 3 is a dirt.
Okay. As much as I'm giving Luka credit for him being a top 4 player, I seriously, I do not see the argument for him truly being ahead of Embiid, Giannis, or Jokic. Not with the way that those guys are playing. And he's playing exceptionally well offensively. And defensively, he's made improvements, but not to the extent. Like as much as Luka clears Giannis on the offensive end, Giannis clears him on the defensive end. And I would argue that there's a closer gap. There's a closer gap between Giannis's offense and Luka's offense than Luka's defense to Giannis's. So where exactly is the argument for Luka? Like, unless you think Luka's just more impactful than Giannis, in which I disagree, but at that point I had to put my hands up.
I look at this
like Daryl. What is your reasoning for having Luka over Giannis?
Here's my reasoning behind it, and it's because, yes, it was hard to choose between those in that order, but it was like with Giannis, we're seeing the same thing every single year on both ends of the floor. So, like, he would definitely be up there in the top 5. But this year, what I'm seeing with Luka is like he's just dominating like every single game he's in right now. And we're seeing Dallas actually play better than what we expected. Now, what we expected from the Bucks and from Giannis, we're seeing the same thing. Although Giannis has added in his 3-point shooting, it's not consistent enough. And these are the reasons why. But it's just Luka, for some reason, I just feel like has had a better overall season individually compared to Giannis. That's why I had him at number 3. Now, I know you hate it, though, but that is my reasoning behind it.
Move on.
Hey, he just cried. Y'all see him just cry?
ain't no way, bro. It's actually crying over one bar.
Move on.
Yo, hey, Bar, he is not serious, bro. He is not serious.
I want to move on right now. I want to move on.
Everybody hurts.
My fourth is Luca, similar to Zeno. Really, to tell you the truth, Zeno, I feel like our list is like it's going to remain close until we get to the 7th spot because you know who I have.
Wait, Mar, what was you about to say?
Oh, I was gonna say I look
Because
at this somewhat like an MVP power rankings. It's like it's not how I think about these players in general. I'll say that Luka is not better than Giannis in general. It's kind of like an MVP power ranking to me.
Oh, you okay? I see what you were looking. Okay. If that's your criteria, okay, then fine. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then that makes sense. Why Luka's second to you? Okay.
Yeah. It's not totally consistent though. It's like a little bit, but that's the main part of my list. It's kind of like an MVP power ranking.
Okay. I was asking for the top 10s of everybody as of right now, like to factor
in general.
Last season. Yeah, factor in last season and this season thus far.
Oh, if that's the case, then
that's not what you said though.
I did not do it that way. I did like.
You didn't say that.
I mean, I didn't say anything. All I said was, guys, I need your top 10.
Yeah. So why would you think we thought, okay, I factoring in last season?
No. I'm not. No. Okay. I did not tell you guys that because I didn't want to box you guys into a criteria. Make your own.
You kind of did.
Make your own criteria. Just explain that criteria, and I just want to see if it's consistent.
L host. That's what I want to say.
Yeah, because Embiid is way higher on this list than he is in my general player ranking.
Oh yeah, we know, Mar. We know. We know why you haven't. We're fully aware of your feelings for Embiid. We know.
Yeah. Because I'm gonna say my number 4 right now is Joel Embiid. He has an argument for number 1, but
hold on, time out, Mar. I said I need your quarter of the season top 10 rankings of the players.
Yeah, but you just talked about last
season and this season. Wait, so if I told you guys that, so then all of you guys are just factoring in just this season thus far, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and then you just said last season.
That's all I'm asking. No. That's all I was asking. That's all I'm asking.
You good?
All right, guys. So we're moving on to the.
Hold on. I ain't get my number 4 off. My number 4.
No. Yes, you did. It was SGA.
No, it's Joel Embiid.
It's Joel Embiid. Let him talk, man. I'm trying to hear him sing.
My number 4 is Joel Embiid, and the crazy thing is he got better from his MVP season. But I don't care. Do it in the playoffs. Do it in the playoffs. Do it in the playoffs.
Hey, Zeno.
I know.
Hey, Mar.
I do.
That's that shit I like. That's the shit that we hold niggas accountable.
I knew it. I knew you guys. I knew you was
gonna throw it in the playoffs, nigga.
I don't care.
How about you make it past the first round, huh? How about you make it past the first round?
He's gotten better as a playmaker. He's been very efficient with a higher responsibility. He's been doing all of it. But guess what? I'm gonna name you something. Joel Embiid. Oh my God, he beat your team by whatever. I'm gonna name you all of Joel Embiid's 40-point games this year, the NBA's leading scorer. He had 48. He had 48 against the Washington Wizards. He had 41 against the Detroit Pistons. He had 42 against the Charlotte Hornets. He had 50 against the Wizards. He has no other 40-point game this year. He beats up on bad teams, and I'm supposed to think he's the best player in the world. But when he plays against, or he doesn't even play against them, when he has to face up Jokic, he doesn't play. When he has to go in the playoffs, he disappears.
If you're doing a power rankings and you're bringing up Jokic when we have not played, I'm confused.
But I'm just saying,
you're saying stuff that has no
context.
When
he misses a game against the Celtics,
doesn't mean anything because if Embiid has not played him this season and your list is based on this season, what's the point of bringing it up?
Because consistency from Joel Embiid. I know that's the type of person he is, and he's doing it again this year. So I hold it to the same standard as I did last year. Because when he had to play the Celtics, where was he? He was gone. He didn't feel like playing. That's crazy.
This season,
that's selfish. Yes, this season against the Boston Celtics. No, this year he didn't play against the Boston Celtics. I remember that shit because he didn't want to. He picks and chooses when he plays, and he beats up on the bad teams. He played the night before. He played the night before against like the Wizards or something. And
My question:
to play the Celtics, he doesn't play. Why don't you let Tyrese Maxey cook against a team that you could easily beat without you, and when your team needs you against the Celtics, you play. It's because he's scared. He cares about his stats too much. He
You
cares
are
about that
aware.
MVP.
I want to say no.
Hold on. I just gotta get to the chat real quick.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, Adam Hurley says the Lakers' problem is Taurean Prince. He's the worst defense beat player in the NBA, the worst defensive player in the NBA, and Darren Ham starts him. I disagree with that. I think there's worse.
Damian Lillard. So we live in a world where Damian Lillard doesn't exist. Fair enough.
Yeah, that's what I did. That's what's thinking that, but I didn't want to say it. I did.
Hold on, tell me. You going for the easy ones? You just gonna act like this nigga
Gabe Vincent doesn't exist.
Ain't on the same team as the second to worst defensive player in the league. Like I don't know what to tell you.
Anthony Simons just died, by the way. Just wanted to say.
Who?
The Anthony Simons also just died, right? By the way, just wanted to say.
Oh, look, LaMelo Ball just he just fell off the face of the earth. Like, what
LaMelo, I don't think LaMelo's
LaMelo's not as bad as he used to. He's not as bad.
Really bad.
I don't think so.
Mark.
Also, Cam Thomas just said retired. By the way,
I've watched more Charlotte Hornets games than I want to admit. It's bad. It's really bad.
LaMelo's like my second favorite player in the NBA. I watch a lot of him too.
That's fine. But when I'm watching him, he's taking consistent plays off. Like I'm talking back to back. Like it's LeBron 2017 bad. LeBron
first year on the Lakers bad.
Taking a lot of plays off.
Ouch.
Well, I know.
Damn, Durrell.
Cam Thomas just kind of retired after 22 games in the season. By the way,
Duncan Robinson sent a letter saying he's going to.
Has he not got better defensively this season? That's what he did.
Hell no. What?
Did he not?
No.
I knew he added in some offensive parts of his game, but he did not get better defensively.
No. I think a similar. If you remember, the other night we were talking on True to King's podcast. By the way, True to King, shout out
to True to King.
And remember, you were like, we can't mistake these players for being better defensively. Reward them and say that they're better defensively when they're playing on teams that just have the defensive pieces to masquerade their bad defensive ways. And so in Duncan Robinson's case, to really tell you the truth, Dame could look a lot worse than he's looking this season, which says a lot. They could look a lot worse if they didn't have players like Jimmy Butler, Bam, on the team with them. Giannis, Brook Lopez, Bobby Portis, even Chris Middleton a little bit. Even though I think he's slowed down, he's gotten a little worse defensively, he's still a positive. Those players are hiding these players, Duncan Robinson and Dame, to where they could look a lot worse if you put them on any other team. I'm telling you right now. But last one, Adam Hurley says, anyone that thinks Prince is a good defensive player doesn't know basketball. Whenever he's on the court, the Lakers can't get a stop. All right, we need to go ahead and wrap this stream up because apparently we don't know ball, guys.
Hey, Adam, I'll keep an eye on it for you, but that's all I could do.
I want to say one thing though. I love how we sidetracked this conversation. Hey, I want to know because I was letting this slide, this sidetrack. I just want you to know the same person that he spoke about how he just dodged Philly. It was called Boston. I just want you to know the game before that he also didn't play against New Orleans. So it's not just that he was dodging Boston when he was also not there for the team with New Orleans. I also want to say he also played Boston 2 out of the 3 times. So it's not like he just didn't play them at all this season. He played them 2 out of the 3 times. He played well in both games. So I'm confused.
I remember the game he missed against Boston. It was a really weird reason. Maybe I remember that
he missed 2 games in a row. It was the New Orleans Pelicans and the Boston.
Hey,
so it was
way,
not. So you're saying this. You're saying this when he already missed the game before that. So it's not like he just specifically said, I don't want to play against Boston. Now we good. We good. We out.
And I did miss one of his 40-point games. One of them was against the Cavaliers. Shout out to Embiid. He, like I said, he's still a top 5 player. Like he's gonna have a 40-point game against the team.
And that's understandable. And I get it what you're trying to say. He's having these outbreaks against bad teams, but that's what a lot of elite scorers do. There is times where elite scorers heat up against good
just dropped
teams.
64 in the Indiana Pacers, one of the
Exactly.
worst teams in the league.
Like, of course, I'm not sitting here and trying to lie to you that there's teams that usually there's scores that heat up on bad teams, but there's scores that also heat up on good teams. And Embiid has done that. Oh, yes, it's only one of them, but he's shown that he can actually do that against good teams.
Yeah,
and
but you got
Yeah,
Giannis scoring 64 on the Pacers,
yes,
and Embiid scoring 64 on the Pacers wouldn't be the same to me. You know why? He doesn't do it in the playoffs. That's why.
Can someone tell me the last time Giannis scored
50 points against the Phoenix
50?
Suns in the NBA Finals 2021.
50. Okay, that's the all right.
Can you tell me the last time Embiid's made it out the second round? Oh, never.
And actually, I think Giannis dropped 40 on the Boston Celtics,
and I'm gonna say right now, this season, Joel Embiid cannot win the MVP. You know why?
No, he's not winning it. He's not winning it.
The reason Jokic didn't win was playoff success.
I hope you know. If you guys been paying attention, exactly where I was gonna go.
I don't care.
Exactly that's gonna go happen.
That was the reason.
If you've been paying attention
in the regular season,
if you've been paying,
I'm gonna do it.
If you've been paying
Giannis and Jokic back to back.
Exactly. Thank you. That's what I was gonna say.
I don't care.
If you've been paying attention to how the voters do things, it takes them 2 MVPs for them to then lock them out of the race. You cannot care. You cannot care. And frankly, I don't care. This is how they do their system, not you. Of course, at the end of the day, you can say at the end of the day he's not MVP for you, but at the end of the day, he still has the chance to be an MVP. And I think this season he's gonna be the MVP, and then next season he might not if he doesn't go that far. And I understand that. I do get what you're saying. I do get his issues not going far in the playoffs. I'm never going to deny that. I'm never going to deny his injury issues. I'm never going to deny that. But at the end of the day, it's a regular season award, and the precedent is after 2 MVPs, they stop you from getting the third one.
You know what's the crazy part?
Chat. Stop with this bullshit. Stop with this logic, bro. This is a dumb theory, bro. Like, god damn. Like, people over here like sitting here acting like Giannis doesn't perform in the playoffs. Like, y'all take playoff drop off to a whole new level, like to where it gets unnecessary. Like, stop that shit. Giannis, rather not being, whether you believe he's efficient or not, considering his play style, it's not meant for him to be consistently efficient when going up against certain defenses, especially when he's going up against very, very good defenses in the NBA, like the Boston Celtics rather consistently, like the Miami Heat rather consistently. Like, what are we talking about here? Like, I wish that I would have the player on my team that could be able to shoot lights out every single series. Stephen Curry doesn't even do that every single series. Like, what are y'all holding these players to? And even while you want to sit there and say his playoff drop-off is there, he's still over here averaging 14 rebounds a game in the postseason for his career from his prime up to now. He's still averaging 7 assists for his career, well, from his prime up to now in the playoffs. Like, he's still rising in other areas. Like, y'all sitting here acting like just because his efficiency drops off in the postseason because he goes up against elite defenses that are specifically made to hinder his efficiency specifically, that he's not a playoff riser. Y'all gotta stop this shit. Like, either learn ball or don't talk about it at all. Damn.
And
all right, casual.
Zeno, I'll say this. I'll say this. My and B stuff is all everything outside of basketball. On a genuine standpoint, he could be the MVP right now just because he won it last year, and I have to hold it to the same consistency, and I have to bring playoffs into the MVP race. I'm gonna do it. Like, dead ass. If Embiid didn't win it last year, he would have been my number one. Genuinely, he's been playing that amazing. But they set a criteria, so fuck it. Playoffs matter.
Oh, no problems, man. That's what I said. Like, I get where you're coming from. Understand that. I'm just saying, judging on the way they do it, I disagree with you. But it's cool. It's our own interpretation of the award, so it's fine.
Yeah, playoffs matter any bit. And B should never touch that shit.
Okay. All right. Look. I hate Joel Embiid just like you do. Let's stop with the nastiness, okay? Let's stop with the nastiness.
I know I'm on another level with it. That's why I'm trying to like at the end of it butter it up a little bit because like
he good. Don't you go get that man no award now. Don't you get no award to that man.
He's an amazing player though. He's amazing.
Yeah, he could win an All-Star selection, just not an MVP.
After I just want to see a conference finals run.
Oh my god, bro. Yeah, no, I feel like especially this season of all seasons, if I don't see, I think we talked about this as well. If we don't see a Bucks versus 76ers series, something's wrong.
Have we ever seen that? Oh wait, yeah, we
never seen that.
Wait.
We've never seen a Bucks versus 76ers series. We've seen Celtics. We've seen the Celtics versus the Bucks. We've seen the Celtics versus the 76ers. We've never seen a Bucks versus 76ers.
Damn, I never realized that.
Yeah. Look, shout out the Heat. Shout out to the Heat. Shout out to the Heat. They always spoiling shit. Like niggas be sitting over there. We finna see that Giannis versus Embiid. Miami Heat talking about some. By that time. By that time. I don't know.
They'd be like, it would be interesting if that never happened. It's like, bruh, that's crazy.
That buzzer beater last night,
bro. Yeah. That was I ain't gonna lie to you, Jimmy. When it comes to like that mid-range step back, quiet as kept. That shit is a fucking banger, bro. That shit be going in. So Leaf Diggy says Joel cannot be trusted in the playoffs. He also says Embiid has to turn the corner. Adam Hurley says the Bucks are outscoring everybody is what they're doing. I think it's being a little bit. I think it's true. You're not lying, but I think the Bucks defense deserves a little more credit, specifically their rim protection and how much these guys are covering for Dame and Malik Beasley on the backcourt. I cannot say enough. Like I'm impressed with them doing it because it ain't Adrian Griffin. God knows Adrian Griffin needs some help. That man is like. He is. I keep telling this is I don't understand how we've gotten this far in the season. We're past the quarter of the season, and we still don't understand that our most reliable offense is Dame and Giannis pick and roll. Where like I don't understand how how Adrian Griffin has not understood, or his coaching staff has not gotten in his ear and said, why don't we test out to see like how like the openings that can be created from a Giannis and Dame pick and roll. Like I don't know how we getting that far and it hasn't been more consistent. The Sage says who's worse, Darn Ham or Adrian Griffin?
Adrian Griffin.
Yeah, Adrian Griffin.
I've at least seen Darvin Ham. It may be because sample size. We've seen Darvin Ham in the playoffs.
The postseason.
Yeah, he didn't do that much, but he did something. Adrian Griffin has done nothing.
I want to see. That's what I want to see what I feel like the postseason will give us a grand idea on who Adrian Griffin is as a head coach, what he values. Because even during the regular season, like defenses aren't playing as focused. Like some teams aren't as good as others. But when you get into the postseason, that's where you truly find out where head coaches like priorities lie. Are they more of an offensive coach? Are they more of a defensive coach? Do they make adjustments? Like what adjustments are their go-tos? Like that's how we found out Ty Lue is a small ball merchant the postseason. When we started realizing, damn, every team you head coaching, they always got to go small ball to adjust to another team's like offensive defensive schemes. And so like I think that's where Adrian Griffin gets credit. But as of right now, Adrian Griffin is the worst coach. Yeah. But that doesn't say much because darn him. God. He's bad. He's bad. And then Adam Hurley agrees with us. Oh, no, he disagrees. He says darn him. That's nasty. He says Darnham is awful. The Lakers.
He also said
Lakers, go ahead.
The Bucks have no defense.
Oh, I know. That's why I said I disagree.
Okay.
I think they have defense. That's just not like they're not being optimized on the offensive or defensive side the way that they probably should. Darnham's awful. The Lakers are going to make trades they don't need to make, and he's going to F that up too. How you gonna F up some? Okay.
How you feel about that, Daryl?
If the GM is not putting you in proper position to be successful, and then you're not successful, What did you like? What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Leaf says, how long before Luca starts to break down before the end of the season? All right, Leaf. Leaf is pushing agendas. Let's run through this because we're like an hour and a half into the show and we have not finished the top 10. Who is
Were we at
everybody?
5?
Yeah, we're at 5. So I'm gonna go first. Daryl, you're next. Rodney, you're next. You're after Daryl. Zeno, you're after Rodney. Mario, you're last. Okay. All right. Fifth for me is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Curry. Yeah, I think Curry has just had like a significant drop off defensively, and then offensively, even if like he's still shooting like efficient as fuck, given how much defensive attention's on him. But you can notice there's a drop off on the playmaking side as well. Like I mean, if you looking at him, that he's getting right back to his old self as far as making lackadaisical passes, late reads. Like he's still fantastic. Don't get me wrong. That's why he's fifth. But you notice a drop off, and then the defensive drop off is moving me. He's gone back to being a negative.
Hey man, when you have Clay taking up shots, when you have Draymond being in and out, when you have Andrew Wiggins regressing.
Well, you don't have to worry about Draymond no more.
That's the worst part. You don't have your defensive anchor. You're saying we don't have to worry. That's the thing you're worrying about. You don't have a defensive anchor. Of course you're going to be worried. What?
Shoot, Draymond needs to go to slam ball. That's where he's best at.
Yeah, not the slam ball,
but I'm
boy.
saying, you know, if Draymond is that, like, if he's moving like Steph's defensive effort that much, then like what business do we have giving him that much credit for defense? We need to give Draymond more credit.
Yeah,
It is because of Draymond. I do think y'all should give Draymond more credit because Stephen Curry is a team defender. I mean, he has a weakness. He's a 6'2" guard who's going to give you 30 points on amazing efficiency. Has one of the best playmakers in the league still, even though he's averaging 4 assists. You have to have teammates that knock down their shots. Unfortunately, and he doesn't have that. Stephen Curry, I just looked. It changed a little bit, but for majority of the season, he was the only player on the team averaging more than 15 points. Klay Thompson just hit the 16-point. Shout out to Klay Thompson. Stephen Curry has another teammate who's averaging 16 points, which is nothing. And he has the best defender on his team. Doesn't even play games. Like, unfortunate for him, and he's still balling.
Absolutely, 1,000%. So who's next? Daryl. That's you.
Thank you. I got the player that has brought Canada to relevance of basketball again. That is SGA.
All right, so we're gonna move to Tatum. Tatum is my pick. I don't want y'all to go crazy right now.
Yawn. Next.
Yawn is crazy. What?
Zeno?
What? Wait, what are we on the number 5?
Yeah.
4.
I need to check. My fault. Oh yeah, my 5. I actually do want to change it. Just want to make sure that we are right with this. I moved Steph up. So there you go.
Okay. Mar?
Hey, shout out to Canada for real. I got Shea at number 5. It's also his defense.
Okay. Taking a jump, yeah.
Like bro's taking a jump on defense.
Steph, because I was about to say, Steph still like he's still that nigga offensively now.
Yeah, it's the defense. It's the defense.
But it's the defense moving you. Okay, that's fair.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie to you. I think I was talking to Sage last night. He said I ain't gonna lie to you. When it comes to SGA, that 2.7 steals per game is moving me.
Bro, he's a dog on defense, and the Thunder's a top 5 defensive team in the league. He's not the reason, but he's a reason.
Yeah, I'm honestly not mad. I feel like these next group of people, like Curry, Tatum, SGA, I'm honestly like I'm not mad at.
Okay.
Not mad at all.
I think Curry's a better player in general, but I kind of
Yeah.
made it like an MVP thing. So
There is one player I'm finna enter into the race, so don't be mad at me when I say it. But
no, I have that player too. I have him too. Yes, I do.
wait, who?
I know who you're thinking of. I have him too. If
Alright,
you're doing it off this season, he should be in there, right? Okay, exactly.
Okay. All right, we're on the same timing. All right, 6. I'm going to go with Tatum. Actually, I'm going with Tatum.
Who did y'all have? No, did everybody else don't know who you had?
Oh, you'll see. You'll see him yet.
Oh yeah. We're gonna get to it. We're gonna get to it. 6th, I have Tatum. I think Tatum. Even though I feel like it's made it that much easier for him to just coast through the regular season, specifically with having Porzingis and Drew Holiday, so essentially like relieve him of like the offensive pressure that every other superstar has in the league, which is why I go back and forth with him and SGA. I still think he's a tremendous defender. I think this year more than last year, even he's taken on more shot creation duties. He's being more aggressive, getting to the rim and operating in the post. And he's still an elite. He's still an elite wing rebounder. I think that's one of his more underrated sides of his game. So yeah, no, I still have him sitting solidly at 6. Daryl. All right.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Next, I got Steph at number 6.
Okay. Oh, okay. Now I'm seeing. Okay. I see what you did. Okay. All right. Rod.
Right now I have Giannis, but like I said, he's moving up the board.
Sage, stop. You said you have who?
Giannis, your boy.
Giannis at 6.
Yes, right now.
Okay. Shout out to you.
He swapped Giannis with Tatum.
No, I didn't. I already said Tatum at 5.
You nasty motherfucker.
You said 6.
See me outside, nigga. See me
I'll
outside.
see you, and you gonna get the same hands everybody else do. You don't want these problems.
I'm reading up. I already told you I'm a kicker. Fuck you. What are you talking about? Zeno, go, man. This nigga Rodney being nasty, bro.
One sec. You see, I'm debating these two, but I'm actually gonna go AD for number 6.
Okay. Wait.
My
You said
6.
AD. AD over Tatum for what?
I just think that Tatum, although been more consistent on the offensive end, I think AD's being so supremely just better than everyone else on the defensive end, and it's not really close, particularly close. While also there's a lot of bursts of him being one of the best not best offense players, but having a huge offensive light. We all know AD's like floor throughout this whole season is okay. He's gonna net you like 20 points on decent efficiency while giving you the best defense in the league, right? But then his ceiling can be even higher than that. So it's the fact that his floor is relatively high while also being able to spike into even higher degrees, in my opinion. Plus, quiet as kept, his mid-range sometimes can actually just turn on and become automatic, which is insane.
Not something we would have expected.
And like outside of like the postseason, other postseason, he's been pretty much consistent in the fact that he can always make his mid ranges.
Can he?
Yeah. That's been AD's thing where like in the regular season sometimes his touch leaves him, but in the postseason for some reason he says, you know what, let me just actually start making my mid ranges.
Okay, I'm with you. I
just think that the ceiling, the floor is higher, and then the ceiling can also be higher than Tatum. I think Tatum's just a straight up more consistent player. That's it.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. All right, so let's see. We
My
have
number, yeah, my
we had,
number.
oh yeah, Mark, year six, my fault.
My number 6. I don't know. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. I keep agreeing. We may as well dap each other up, Daryl. I got Stephen Curry at 6. Like I said, his
Well, I mean, if you ain't
offense.
have him at 5th, you better have him at 6. Like I don't know.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I mean, that
he
only
keeps
made
sliding down. I don't know
sense.
what to tell you.
Hey, only made sense. Daryl for real. Shea 5, Curry 6. Curry been balling to me. It's crazy that this is one of the best seasons of his career, and we ranking him at 6 on the power ranking. But his teammates, unfortunately, are failing him.
Offensive seasons.
Yeah. But that's exactly why his teammates are failing him. This guy has one weakness, and you can't covet to that one thing. And his weakness isn't even that bad. It's just his weakest spot. As a team defender, he's pretty decent. It's just they can't even covet around a good team defender, which is sad in my opinion. Curry, come to Miami, bro. Shit.
He's going to tell him that that's never gonna happen.
I'm not telling him. I ain't telling
Yeah,
him.
he's retiring as a Warrior, and you know that.
I know.
In your heart, you know that, bro.
I know, bro.
I don't know why you lie to yourself like that. That's crazy.
Just do it though, bro. Shit.
Do it though, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna pray for you. Real quick, we're gonna take a time out. Shout out to everybody that's watching the stream. Please make sure to hit that like button.
Thank you.
Rob. We're gonna get into these chats real quick before we move on to the final 4. The final 4 is 7 through 10. Leaf Diggy says, based on what I saw, CP3 as a playmaker is a difference maker for the Warriors. I agree. Averaging 8 assists and only 2 turnovers, while also being a solid, as you would say, Zeno, a solid connector, being able to distribute the ball without taking a dribble or anything like that, but essentially just making the extra pass to pass up a good shot for a better shot. CP3 has been like very good for them. I don't know why people haven't been talking about it as much. Adam says you guys have a podcast and don't know ball. No wonder I'm the only one here. Okay. Sage says Lazul, the D-Book stand. Leaf says, where's Ant in all this? I think we all agree Ant is not a top 10 player yet. He has a little ways to go.
He has potential.
He has the potential, but he has not acted upon it just yet. Sage says, Cook. This is when, Zeno, you were talking about Anthony Davis being your 6th pick.
Mm-hmm.
He says, rare Zeno dub. I agree. And then Lee says, y'all ain't going to let me up there. Not this episode, bro. Really, to tell you the truth, we're going to wrap it up soon. Let's see. All right, so we're moving on to the 7th spot. Mar isn't there right now, so we're just gonna go Daryl. I'm gonna go me and then Daryl and then Zeno. Okay. All right. So I'm going to say that before I say this name, I know it's a little bit of a hot take, but like bear with me, okay? LeBron James. LeBron is 7.
Justin, I just want to let you know you got my dad cheering in the background for that.
I heard it. I'm like, shout out, Mr. Randall, man. What?
Let me Ryder James. Crazy.
Look, okay. All right.
Wait, what? What did he say?
He said, Mr. Randall came out of nowhere. He said LeBron James. Yeah. He know the timing. He knows the timing.
Yeah, I also have LeBron.
Yes. LeBron James, with the way he's playing offensively. Hold on, give me 1 second, all right? I got it. Real quick.
So did he just make his pick and then got ready to talk and then dipped?
What happened to him? Why did he leave?
He said give him a minute. I don't know what he's doing.
Okay. So
I had to switch.
No problems. What's good?
Yeah. No. I need you guys to understand. Okay. LeBron James this year, offensively, he's playing his best brand of basketball since, like, I'd argue 2018. To be told, if we're going to keep it a stat, I'd argue 2018 was the last time we seen LeBron look this damn good offensively. And a large reason of it is his three-point shot is hitting. He's shooting 40% from the three-point line. Do y'all remember the last time he shot 40% from the three-point line? It's 2013. And he was only taking 3 threes that year. You know how many threes he's taking this year? I believe like close to like 7. So he's doubled the attempts, higher volume, while still maintaining the same efficiency. And he's still one of the league's best finishers, while being one of the league's best passers, playmakers, and defensively, he's not looking that bad. He's not looking as bad as I thought he was going to look. I'm here right now walking back that pack LeBron ass up. This nigga is going to stay in the top 10 for the rest of his career. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you guys. He is number 7, and to be quite honest with you, and this is a hot take, he's the best Laker on the team right now.
I think.
He's the
I
best
think.
Laker.
Why is that a hot take?
I think.
I think
That's
it's a
cold.
hot take
I
'cause a
don't
lot of
disagree
people
with you.
still.
That's cold.
I think it's a hot take because a lot of people think that Anthony Davis is like being the best defensive player in the league is what moves them to say like it should not be a conversation.
It is what moves them, but it doesn't mean he's the best player.
I think that's ultimately
There's an argument for both, but I just think AD is.
if
in
there
my
was an
opinion.
argument, you wouldn't have the discrepancy between AD and LeBron so far.
I also think that both of them are quite close with each other, which is why I literally have them 2 spots away from each other. It's not that serious. I think they're both in the same tier.
AD is 6, LeBron is like 8.
8. Yes, those are in the same tier. Like
That
what
is
you
a
want from me?
big gap. That's a
That
big gap.
isn't. 6 and 8 is a big gap.
6. No. You have him 9th.
No, I
I
don't.
do.
Just
I
take a
have
picture.
him ninth.
You're
I
just
have him ninth.
chatting.
Oh,
I
You
have
have
him
a
ninth.
9th is KD. You're chatting.
6th and hold on. 6th and 8th still. That's not a big gap.
No. That's like saying Jokic and Giannis for me is a big gap. That's not the case.
I'm interested to hear who's the ones ahead of LeBron. Because I
It's
promise you,
literally just AD and what's called is AD and Tatum. It's literally just those two. And I
AD
think
and
it and AD and Tatum, and I think it's genuinely arguable if you can have both of them. I think those 3 are like anywhere through the 6 to 8 range. I don't really mind where you put them. So I don't know what you're trying to do here, buddy.
you should have him 7.
Yeah, I know you want me to, but guess what? I have my own mind, buddy.
All right, buddy. All right, buddy.
Who's next?
Me. I got Tatum as my next pick.
Who said that?
Daryl.
Yeah, I got Tatum as my next pick. It was a toss up because with that area with how y'all talks about LeBron, but I felt I don't know. I've seen a little bit more Tatum only because from the games I've been able to see and due to time constraints with work and my schedule. So right now I got Tatum.
Oh, who next?
I got Steph.
Okay. You got any reasons you want to say about it, or?
I mean, you guys already said the reasons.
Yeah.
That's why
That's
I
what I
have
was
him
thinking.
right there.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. What about you, Zeno? Did Zeno say his 7?
No.
I said no. My 7 is Tatum. I said
Yeah. He's right here.
Okay.
Justin, casual.
Yeah,
What's your 7?
my 7th.
Yeah.
I thought my 7th is LeBron.
Yeah. He already said that.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
so weird. I think it's on
Wait.
you, Mark.
Yeah, no, it is on me. You already know who mine is. Daryl, who's yours? Because shit, you done took my list, nigga. I got Tatum at 7. I got Tatum at 7 too. It seemed like
Yeah, I said Tatum.
yeah, bro. I'm not shocked. We got the same 5, 6, 7. 9 and 10. I'm pushing agendas because like it's the last two. Who cares about the last two? So I'm just like gonna say names who I know y'all not gonna say. But if you got number 8, who I think you do, bro, I'm gonna be mad. My number 8 is who casual got somewhere in his list.
Why is he
Who?
smiling?
I want to see if I'm right.
When Mara's smiling,
Ladies and
when Mara's
gentlemen.
smiling, you know he's about to say something nasty. Let's go.
It's nasty. It actually is not. It's actually not.
Oh, really?
No, it's
What?
it's not. It shouldn't be nasty. It should not be nasty. It should not be nasty.
What is it?
Hold on,
What
real
is it?
quick.
No, my number 8.
Hold
My
on.
number 8.
I want.
It's the next number.
No. I want. Yeah. It's the next number, but I want to see if whatchamacallit is gonna go. If Rodney want to go real quick.
Oh, he already
Because
said
Rodney
his.
actually.
I already said mine.
His was
Here.
Curry.
Oh, who's your? Okay.
That's
Okay,
that's
so
why I
it's
asked you
me.
what you want.
Okay. So we're going to go because me and my brethren on the same.
Anybody else say Joel Embiid number 1?
Going to go with no. Yes, we said we're going.
Stop listening to
with
what's going on in the
none
background.
other than Mr. It's only D Book. It's only D Book. That's the only one that I can think of.
Oh, sick. I'm so sick.
Like I told you guys, Devin Booker was going to take a jump as a playmaker because they're playmaker for the Phoenix Suns. And guess how much he's running the point.
Damn, even his internet said, fuck you. We ain't trying to listen to that.
Okay, so it wasn't just me. It wasn't me.
Yeah, I thought it was just me.
It's to say, fuck all of that. We ain't trying to hear that. But
Fair.
essentially, what he's saying is Devin Booker this season has taken that leap on the playmaking side, is allowed him to run the point very well for the team. His offense. Oh, carry on, casual, because I was speaking for you.
Oh no! I was just saying when we look at Devin Booker, a lot of the questions that people had when I said that he was top 10, and my hot take was that he could be a top 7 player by the end of this season, was the fact that y'all didn't believe me when I said I'm high on his playmaking, and I am high. And the fact that he's averaging 8 assists on this low turnovers, having this much responsibility with the ball in his hands when he's on the court, that impresses me even more. Defensively, he has not had that big of a drop off. He's dropped off a little bit, but not to the extent of where he's a negative. I'd say he's an average defender right now. He's being a quality scorer, shooting on all 3 levels, rather efficiently. Like I'm saying, like he's one of the league's best when it comes to mid-range shooting, 3-point shooting, and even finishing at the rim. I think he's above league average as well. So he's doing that while also carrying the load as far as like lead facilitator. Whereas KD, granted, is taking on similar tasks as a scorer. When he is like the lone facilitator for the Phoenix Suns, it gets nasty for them. When Devin Booker is the lead facilitator for them, they are literally like, I want to say like +5 offensive rating when he's on the court. So like, I don't know what to tell you guys. Offensively, if he's playing at this level while defensively still remaining to be an average player, like it's not too many names that I can put ahead of him outside of the 7 that I've already named. And one more that I haven't said yet on my list, but I'm more and more like open to him being better.
Devin Booker hasn't taken the leap as a playmaker. He's always been this. To me. It just he has more volume. This is always what D Bookie's been playmaking wise.
Yes.
But more people are starting to become known to it. People are seeing it now that he's actually being the lead point guard. So yeah, Devin Booker, by the way, is my favorite player. I said LaMelo isn't one of my favorite. Devin Booker is my favorite player, and I saw him take that leap when the year during when they had Ricky Rubio at point guard. I feel
Oh,
like Ricky
2019,
Rubio.
2020.
I feel like Ricky Rubio showed him a lot because I seen the difference between.
I know what year you're talking about. Yeah, because that was the
The
why I
bubble
know
year.
about that. You know I know that it's because I was a big DeAndre Ayton fan when he first came into the league.
Mm.
So I was watching the first 2 seasons. I was seeing DeAndre Ayton. He's making those passes in the short roll. I was like, hey, that we could be seeing something with DeAndre Ayton. Now then Chris Paul came and everything changed. But hey man, I do what you're talking about.
Yeah, D-Book been my favorite player since he was on Kentucky, coming off of the bench beside
I
behind the
think he
Harrison.
became a better. I think he became a better facilitator when Ricky Rubio came, but I like the level that he's to the level that he is at right now. I didn't see that until last season when they were without Chris Paul and he had to take care of the bulk of the scoring while also being the lead facilitator for that team for Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson, and whatnot. And also while Chris Paul started to decline, D-Book had to take on more of a task as being a lead defender, being more of a point of attack defender, on-ball defender, and he started to excel in that lane. So everything that people were knocking him for not being good, not being a good defender, not being that good of a facilitator, he improved on those things, and it's only gotten better at this point, to the point to where I'd argue, playmaking-wise, Devin Booker has put himself that much closer to Kevin Durant. Playmaking-wise, he has made himself
better
that
than
much
Kevin
closer.
Durant playmaking-wise.
No, because a lot of times Zeno mentions scoring gravity, and the scoring gravity that KD has. Granted, it can't be that much of a discussion last season, but this season with the efficiency that Devin Booker has, while also being a better facilitator, like a far better facilitator than KD. It's not he's made that gap that much closer if he hasn't already surpassed KD.
Who's a better ball handler, D-Book or KD?
Of course, D-Book.
To me, D-Book. But some people fall in love with the Hezzy 2020, so I don't know.
That still doesn't make any sense to me that you think a 7-foot ball handler is a better ball handler than a 6'6" guard.
Excuse me, there's people that thought that KD was a better ball handler than Paul George. So I don't know what the hell we're talking about here.
Move on.
And there's people that thought KD was a better ball handler than Westbrook in OKC. So I don't know what to tell you.
Can we move on, please? I don't want to hear this shit anymore. What is this? What the fuck are we talking about?
I don't know what to tell you.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know what to tell you.
We live in a world where we thinking KD is better than these literal guards who learn to actually handle the ball and take a lot of responsibility.
There's idiots in the basketball community. Get used to it. Anyway. So me and Mar already, I think we've already given our hot takes for the day, so we could really take the day off. Zeno, you who's your 8?
I think my 8 right now is LeBron there. Yeah, LeBron.
Okay. Daryl, who's your 8?
I'm flipping these two that I'm gonna put Braun before I put the next person I'm about to say.
Okay. Rod, who's your 8? Okay. I agree 1000%. W Rod. A 9.
Big Rod. Pause.
Hold on. You keep skipping me. Hold on. Number 8.
Yeah, you be skipping Mar, bro.
Hold on, Mar said Devin Booker.
No. I say he's my favorite player. I don't like putting my favorite players in the list unless really. Number 8 is Tyrese Halliburton. He's been balling. That boy has been balling, and he's averaging 13 assists, 26 points. He's leading the most efficient offense in NBA history as the point we're speaking. During the in-season tournament run, where did they came in second place in the in-season tournament run, and I've been telling y'all that I remember the preseason I was saying that the Pacers are a playoff team, and y'all were kind of shocked about that for some reason. I think y'all are a little bit lower on Halliburton than y'all should be, and watch out for that boy. Do I think he's better than Booker? No. Has Booker missed a lot of games this year? Yes, and Booker's my favorite player. So like
he's missed 9. He's missed 9.
And I feel like Reese has been playing a lot. Haven't really seen Reese miss games up to this point because we're 25 games into the season, and Book's missed 9.
I could check, but I know for a fact he hasn't missed more than Devin Booker. So
yeah, we 25 games into the season. Book has missed 9. Book is a better player. Book, I'll take Book 10 times out of 10.
Did you have Tyrese over AD as well? I mean, yeah, AD.
Yeah.
You have Tyrese over AD?
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna come back. I gotta go do something, but I'm gonna say the rest of my list. I got Reese 8, Kawhi 9, and Bam Adebayo 10. I was like I said the last 3.
All right, so his
8
to 10 doesn't matter. It's
yeah,
his 8
to 10.
We move on.
Yeah, he's trolling. He's trolling. Okay.
Nasty ass. Has Embiid at 4th, and then has Bam in 10th. Yeah, you know he's trolling. Yeah, oh boy,
he's trolling. 9th, Devin Booker's counterpart, KD. No, I'm just fucking with you. It's SGA. I was fighting back and forth with this player. Where to put SGA? Because my thing is SGA has been looking so impressive, right? And it stems from last season, where his offensive efficiency, him as a finisher, is like fucking fantastic. Him as a mid-range player is fucking fantastic. Him defensively this season is fucking fantastic. But something just holds me back from putting him above Devin Booker, above LeBron, Tatum, AD, like those type of players, putting him so high, like Rodney has no problem to do. Put him in the top 4 with guys like Luka, Giannis, Jokic, and Embiid, like having him in that mix. Putting him over Curry even. Like those things I'm not ready to do just yet. And I don't know why. That's why I'm really trying to study him to like figure out why. But something about him is just not moving me enough to put him that high yet. And so that's why I have him 9th.
Did we get to 9th yet?
Yes, we just got to 9th.
Okay. Apparently you missed my 8th, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Yes, we missed your 8th.
Elhurst.
Cool, because I said Steph. I don't know why we're still having this conversation.
Yeah, Elhurst, man.
We're talking about 9th.
I know. But I heard you ask me about 8th, even though I already gave it. So I want to give it to you again.
Pause.
Hey, yo.
And the pause right there.
Anyway.
You're number 9?
9th, I actually am switching. I am putting Booker over AD.
Move on. Casual, your turn.
I already gave my 9th. That's SGA.
Darrell.
I was really gonna ask you, Zeno. Well, I'll wait until they give theirs. Go ahead.
Darrell.
Book.
We just disrespected AD out here. Crazy. My 9th is KD.
Stop having so days.
Over KD. Oh, Kevin Durant. That's who you were asking, Zeno?
No. I just have KD as my 9th.
So
no, he was talking about. He said Booker over
Anthony
AD. That's what he was
Anthony
saying.
Davis.
Yeah,
Anthony Davis.
AD.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's crazy. But KD. No, I think at this point, I think we all understand KD's on the decline. Even with him playing as fantastic as he is, he's on the decline, and it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Completely fun that he's declining.
10. I'll get this over real quick. Let me
get my one.
Go ahead. Get yours. I was just about to say
is D-Book or SGA. I really don't mind which one you go for. D-Book, SGA, Tyrese Halliburton, all 3 could actually be in 10th, to be really honest with you. I'll probably just put Book just to spite casual. But other than that, yeah. Rodney?
Rodney.
Yeah, before I give my 10th, let me give my honorable mentions to Kawhi, who's having an interesting season. I don't think he's the best player on that team. In my opinion, I still think it's PG.
Hello?
Is he the tournament? But then flop the next game after that.
Nice. What happened? What's he doing?
He kind of flopped it the next game after that.
Why is Justin
He said
in a fetal
Kawhi
position?
Leonard. He said
All right.
Kawhi Leonard is not the best player on the Clippers.
I didn't.
Respect Paul George.
Do you not gonna respect Paul George? Obviously,
not
you're
to the
not.
extent of
Cool.
not to the extent of saying he's better than Kawhi Leonard. Have you not seen Kawhi Leonard over the last 2 months?
Did you not see me give him his flowers?
He's playing better than Paul George.
That 51, 44, 87 splits moving me on 24 points. I'm telling you that now. That is moving me.
I don't know.
Oh boy.
If it's a movie, fine, fair enough.
I'm talking about Kawhi.
He's talking about Kawhi.
No, I'm talking to Rodney. I don't know.
Well, we don't know. You just said it, and he was the last person who said something.
Well, if the shoe fits weird, nigga, I don't know what to
Cool.
say.
All right, ho.
Damn.
But my 10th is gonna be AD. My jury's still out on him because some days he's here, some days he's not. I don't know what to do with him. He's very consistent on the defensive end, but as we said last week, we expect more because we know he can give us more, and then he shows us he gives us more, but then he just doesn't do it but one time, and it's just all right, man.
Hey, Daryl.
Zeno, shut the hell up.
Why am I getting it? What the fuck?
Zen,
right,
Daryl, who's your 10?
My 10? AD.
Oh yeah, so we just hating on AD today.
I see what we're doing. There.
What about you, Justin?
I wanted to ask you real quick. Oh, I didn't get my 10? Oh yeah, I did. I said KD.
Yeah.
Kevin Durant. Yeah, Kevin Durant is 10. I think at this point, it should be understood. KD's on the decline at this point in his career, and it's okay. Somebody had to be out. LeBron, Steph, KD, they all can't just still be in their fucking peak. I'm about to ask you. As far as SGA, we're just hating on AD today. Yeah, absolutely. That's what it seems like. But I wanted to ask you more. Zeno, what is holding me back? Is there something I'm missing with SGA that Rodney and them not even just Rodney? I'm hearing other people have him so highly in the league, in the upper echelon of the league. What is it that's moving them that's not moving me?
I think it's the combination of being such a prolific finisher at the rim while also being one of the best mid-range artists in the league, improving on the offensive end, improving as a playmaker. I think all of those things, also the fact that they're winning, so you can see that his impact is leading somewhere compared to last season where, yes, he was still at this stage where he's like a top 15 player, but they weren't really moving anywhere. I think that's the combination of all of those things is why he's in people's top 10s. I'm not ready to really put him in that conversation yet. Because I think everybody else in this tier kind of is doing the same thing where they are putting up really good stats while also impacting their team. And I just think straight up that these other players are better than him. But I wouldn't be surprised if some people will have him in the lower 5. So 5 for 10. I'm surprised when I heard people say, 6 to 10, sorry. I'm surprised when I hear people say he's 5th or he's 4th. I think then I'm like, well, you genuinely believe that he's even better than Steph, or he's better than
Giannis.
Luka, Giannis. That's crazy to me. But that's where I understand where they are coming at. It's kind of like the Embiid thing where this season Embiid has gotten better in a lot of aspects in a minute way, which has allowed him to really take the chance to be the best player in the league. But for SGA, it's more of a bigger leap because he's went from a mid to bad defender to a straight up great defender. He's taken a jump as a playmaker. His mid-range and his rim finishing has pretty much been what it been since last season, which allowed him to already be a top 15 player. What else do you need from him, really? So I understand that. I think really the only thing that he needs to work on, and I'm not really sure if he's going to get it, is the 3-point shot. When he can consistently be a 3-level scorer, then he'll be supremely on.
Yeah, if he ups his 3-point shooting, I cannot see a reason why he's not better than Jason Tatum.
There's no
He'll,
reason. There's no argument. There's
he'll
no
be
argument that I can
supremely
find against him.
gifted. He'll
Yes.
literally he'll be supremely like unguardable. There's really
But I
nothing
feel,
you can
but I feel
do.
like the reason, I like similar to what you're saying. I feel like the reason why I'm not ready to put him as far as Rodney put him, like Rodney put him over Giannis, and the reason why I'm not ready to do, or Giannis and Curry, the reason why I'm not ready to do that is the things that he's excellent at. Those players are excellent at as well, while also having other specialties, and in some instances they're better. Like as good as Shea is as a scorer, Curry's just better. Curry's just better because he can score efficiently at the rim, mid range, and the 3-point line. He's one of the best like 3-point shooters, one of the best shooters period of all time, one of the best scorers of all time. Mixing that in with Giannis, and as good as he is defensively, Giannis is just better. Mixing that in with the fact that he's just as efficient around the rim, if not more efficient than Shea. No, he's more efficient than Shea is around the rim, while also being a far superior rebounder. Like I feel like when it comes to Shea, even if Shea gets a 3-point shot, he'll be better than better than Tatum. He may even be better than AD and Curry in that sense, because at that point he'll become so much of an offensive threat. It'd be like, bro, what can you do with this player? But even if that happens, Giannis, Jokic, Embiid, Luka, those 4 players are just better. They're just so much better. And like I don't know. I just can't see that avenue for him. But we had more topics, guys. But we went overboard on this top 10. I didn't think that this top 10 was going to be that long. I thought that everybody was going to really agree on a lot of things. We took it to a place that it was hard to recover from. So my bad, chat. But real quick, we got one segment we have to get out the way. Zeno, I'm on my phone, so if you don't mind zooming in on Mar, because we haven't gotten him.
Mars
Yeah,
not
we ain't
here.
got
Mars not here.
He's not back.
Mar not here. Oh damn.
Nope.
Have we gotten Daryl yet?
Darrell, we did Darrell's one. Like he
I'll
was the
do it.
first one.
I'll do another one. Well, I'll do another one. Let's go.
Darrell was the
No,
first
no, no,
person to do it.
Yeah, Darrell did it. I think. I know Rodney's done it.
I've
do
done
another
it.
one.
You've done
I'll
one.
do another one.
I think it's my turn. It's my fucking turn. We'll save that for next week.
Yes.
We'll save that for next week. We'll save that for next week.
Go.
What?
Go.
Yeah.
What?
Let's go.
Yeah.
No, y'all don't have
There's
one
no
for
point
me.
because it's not
No.
really.
Y'all don't have one for me. Y'all don't have one for me. We'll do it next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do it next week. We'll do it next week. Yeah, but real quick, I want to just say I do with the skin of my teeth.
Okay.
I just want to say something real quick. We have two things I just want to go over real quick. There was a video that's come out that I've been getting a lot of flack for from FYL community, and shout out to Mont and his community for supporting us. But I've been getting flack for this video clip that's going out with me getting into a yellow match with Maria. I got a chance to apologize to her on Sports PSP show. Shout out to Sports PSP. But I do want to say this. I do not on the usual get into yellow matches with a woman. It's not appropriate. It's unprofessional. And I apologize for that. I apologize to her, to her face. But I want to apologize to my guys, my brothers, and while also apologizing to the community that we're building, because that is not the type of aura that we want to have around us, where we're out here just challenging anything that moves, especially a woman, in that type of tone. Like there's a way we can have civilized conversations. I think to a certain degree, even on this channel, we try to make it a point for us to be able to get our thoughts off and be able to talk basketball in a proper professional way, to where we're not cutting each other off every 5 minutes. So I just want to apologize to you guys specifically, because that was inappropriate to me.
Hey, Miss Mara, if you want to come through, let us know. We here.
This is a family show.
No, it's not.
It is
Don't
a
say that.
Family show.
Don't
Who
say
is
that.
going
Who's
to
gonna
tell
tell
him?
him?
Don't
Who
do
is
that.
going to tell him?
Don't.
I can tell you for free. It ain't a family show.
Don't do that.
And then
If your
and then
if your son and daughter is 5 years old and want to learn basketball, show them this show.
Yeah, for them to
Wow.
hear so many
Wow.
N-words in like 5 seconds.
No,
Alright,
for
bro.
real. No, especially for me. I wouldn't go as far as say we're a family show, but we're definitely more clean cut than some of the other channels on here, and so I want to keep it that way. I like the way that we're going, and we have a huge announcement next week, by the way, guys. So if there was ever a chance for us to stay, there was ever a time where we need to stay out of trouble, it'd be right now because we're about to make big moves, guys. But there's also one more thing I want to speak about. I spoke on Sports PSP show also about what's going on with Josh Giddey, and I was speaking about how we need to hold our community that we're building accountable. And I spoke Ticket TV's name specifically. What I meant when I said first of all, I don't take back what I said, so I'm not apologizing about that. What I'm trying to clarify, what I meant when I said that was us as a community. Zeno knows this, Rodney knows this. I typically do promo runs. I like to call them promo runs, which is essentially me going to show, and what I have, and we're talking basketball, and what I have found out is the community that we're building as a small, like everybody having small subscribers, but wanting to talk basketball amongst each other and genuinely just enjoying everybody's aura around each other. We are building something beautiful around here. And one of the things that we need to also do while enjoying each other's company is holding each other accountable when it comes to topics like what Josh Giddey is, what's going on with Josh Giddey, or what was going on with Ja Morant, what was going on with Zion Williamson. Like, people are coming out with comments talking about certain stuff. And granted, we can be fun, we can make fun of stuff like Zion's eating habits. We can talk about how funny it is that Ja Morant is acting out with guns on camera on Instagram Live and stuff like that. But at the same time, us as a community, then it has to be a certain point of where we're pointing towards a certain answer. Like, we're speaking positivity and we're giving answers that needs to be out there in the atmosphere on what to do about these situations. We owe that to each other. We should hold each other accountable to be more honest and more upfront about information rather than being misled and being misinformed even, and just saying stuff just for the sake of wanting views or wanting clout. That's not what we should be about. We should be better than that. So that's all I wanted to say about that. You guys got anything to add on with that?
No.
Okay. And if for anybody that has smoke for this, because this will be a clip, for anybody that has smoke for this, you don't got to go to Zeno. You don't got to go to my brother Rod. You ain't got to go to Daryl. You come straight to me. You ain't got to come to Mar. You come straight to me. Me, casual. I'm here. I have an Instagram. I own our TikTok. Like, I'm not that hard to find. All you have to do is call my name, and I promise you, I'm popping out. Don't worry.
Also, come with me. Come to me as well. I'm having fun. I want to have fun.
If anybody want to go, we can all go get casual. We ain't got no problem with that.
No problem.
We can throw casual to the wolves. Don't worry about that.
No, y'all are nasty. But on a serious note, like, let's just hold each other accountable and be responsible for what we say, especially on topics like that. Those are really sensitive things to talk about, and people shouldn't be making light of it, making jokes about it. Like, if that is true, that is somebody's child that was being utilized in a wrong way by somebody that is above legal
utilized in a wrong way is so crazy.
She was being utilized, like her body was being utilized. I don't want to say the word.
No, I don't like that, bro.
I don't like that.
You say I don't like no. Say utilized makes it more like she's a thing rather than a person. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. If that's where you're taking it, I apologize. I don't know what to say. She was
say utilized. I'm like, damn.
Okay, misused. I don't know. Anyway, so, I don't know. Look, long story short,
just call her mistreated.
Let's just be mistreated, misused. Like, whatever word you want to use. Like let's be more aware of our words and stuff like that. Like what I said. So anyway, all right, guys, we're gonna wrap up. Any last words from you guys?
Yeah, Justin misused those words. This is misused those words. Jesus Christ. Anyway, so thank you very much, guys, for coming through. It is episode 7 of the NBA 2023 to 24 season. Thank you, Mr. Cleared. Thank you,
You.
Jarrell.
Mr.
Thank you,
Cleared is
Justin.
crazy. Oh my
And,
god.
and thank you, Mar, for coming through. I hope
Oh
everyone
my
else that's been in
god.
the chat and has come through, Leaf Diggy, Sage, Adam Hurley, Sports PSP, the GOAT James, all of you. I hope all of you have a good evening. Okay, so stay safe. Peace.